Regan, brother, welcome to the back of the 135 bus, man.
Brother, thank you so much for having me, man.
Man, thank you, bro.
The myth, the
Trying to shake the
legend.
nerves off, man. This is way too nice for me, bro.
Man, you've been busy, bro. You come up here up to Auckland for
man.
what looks like all these interviews, everything, man. What's going on, man?
I was just trying to act famous here, but really, it's like all set up. I'm like, oh, bro, can you meet up with me here? And we don't even do any content or anything like that. Just like, oh, yo, take a photo. And then, yeah, that was the end of it.
So what was the first thing you had done this morning, Us?
So yeah, we were just over at New FM, bro. So they wanted me to do like a little segment for Tokenawa Language Week. So I just done that, and then we just did this little promo for the segment they got called Bars for Breakfast. And I think they're just doing like, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but anyways, it's they got like a female cast of like female rappers they're gonna do. So I just did like the promo before it drops. So,
Nice.
Cause he's like, you got the female bars. So you jumping in this, you jumping in with the girls, all right? Thanks, Louis.
With a pimp.
So you've been here for a week now? Up in Auckland?
Yeah, touchdown on Sunday, and fly back on Monday, man. So,
okay.
So
it's good to be back home.
bro, it's been me, man. Like, I think like just having my cup like filled, like that South Auckland love, and just being home in that. I still get to see all my fams in that, like, still. So even that's still to come. But right now, I'm just already just feeling already charged up, and then head back home, and then charge down, and then come back up and charge back up again. So it's been me.
So when you touched down, did you hit the bakery straight away, or?
The first place that I went to, bro, was Toby's, because I wanted to get some raw fish. Like, there's no place that I like down in Palmy with the raw fish.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was the first place that I went. Then went Pinati's.
Yeah.
For some pork buns.
The go-tos, man.
Untouchable, yeah. So I mean, there's still a few spots I still have to hit, but yeah, at the moment, just make my way through, man.
When was the last time you were back up in Auckland, Us?
Would have been like 2-3 months ago. Yeah. So I was here for something else. It was like a video shoot that I done, and then I was only for like 2 days, bro. Like, I just was hard and fast, came up, did the shoot, and then shot back down and head home, man.
Do you notice because you're huge on social media and that? Do you notice any second looks now, man? Like, from the last time you've been up, like, you must get a lot of people approach you, man.
I was just telling the bro, like, I haven't tested the waters yet. Like, I haven't been out anywhere yet, so I just been like posted up with like content creators just doing work in there. But I've yet to test the waters on that kind of what's been happening with me. But one thing that I did see was I was in the shore on Monday. I think I was over the shore. Yeah, and I heard somebody recognize me, but they didn't say anything. But like, you could just hear it. Yeah, so I was like, bro, Islanders in the shore. Like, if they can see me, man, what the heck? Like, just imagine what it's gonna be like at home. I just done I was a call out from my cousin. She's a teacher at the primary school. Yeah, bro. She reached out to me and said, we got a student here that's like I hate to say fan, but like, he enjoys my work and that. So I was like, sweet, can you come down and like say what's up? I said, yeah, all good. And so, yeah, we just went down there today, and yeah, it was me, bro. Like, the bro was like keen ass and that, and there was a few other kids there that recognized me too. So I was like, are you guys watching? Are you guys allowed to watch these things that I'm doing, man? I don't know, man. But yeah, it's been fun, man.
Man, what do you think of those interactions, though?
Bro, it's crazy, yeah. Like, bro, you would know.
But
like,
they're so good, though, like,
especially
especially with the kid that you met today at school, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. My heart was so full, bro. Like, just knowing that, that somebody's, that you could give back to somebody like that, and that
100%.
I'm not too sure, if that's going to resonate with him forever or whatever, but it definitely will resonate with me, like, forever, How's it been with you? It'll be the same thing.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
same thing, bro. Like, man, like when people message me and that, and, they tell me their backstory and stuff like that, and then they say stuff like, watching your videos, man, it just brings life to me, bro, and that
just touches it, It just brings it like a whole nother meaning to what you're doing, yeah. Like,
100%, man. 100%.
It's crazy, bro.
See, it's awesome we got you two here, because, the same sort of experiences with what you guys are doing, man, with your content you're putting out there and the reactions,
Yeah, that's good, man.
So, man, because I don't know how it feels.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Nah, man, that's awesome, man.
Oh, man. Yeah,
I
that's all
remember
good.
this when Cam's first came on, and we asked you about how you're getting feedback from people watching your videos and that. What kind of feedback do you get? Like, do you get some negative stuff? Like,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I remember Cam's telling us about negative stuff that he was getting, and this was when he was probably first coming out.
Yeah.
yeah. And this was about a year ago, Eels.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah.
And
then-
straight off
Poor
the
thing.
bat.
Nah, but majority of the time, bro, it's been like, honestly been all love. The only, like, probably the only negative stuff that I get is like maybe a few comments just saying, oh, this is dry, or like, nah, this is not funny. But I haven't really got anybody like, I've seen some real bad stuff in people's DMs, bro. Where
Shit,
people
sorry, I
like
also
saying,
forgot to delete that.
like, don't do that again, eh? Don't send me those messages again, eh?
There's burner accounts, isn't it?
Yeah, he's doing those catfish counts. 657B54. But yeah, man, like it's been all love. Like I really haven't had anybody like, oh man, I've seen some real bad comments, bad DMs that people get. And I'm just, I know, I'm just grateful that I haven't witnessed it yet. I mean, like touching wood, like fuck,
Yeah.
they comes, but I'm sure I'll be able to handle it regardless. You know?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like for you when you say that you haven't had anything bad, like sort of like do you gear up for something's happened in the future, or
man.
maybe?
Yeah,
Or-
like bro, I just keep telling myself, man, I'm just like the energy that like people reciprocate to you, and then that's the same energy. Are you gonna give that back to them, or are you gonna put it somewhere else? So,
100.
that's the same with like when anybody like messages me, like someone's taking the time out to say, oh man, I love your work. Bro, you're gonna send the same energy back and just say, yo, thank you. That's all it takes. And if somebody's gonna send you those like negative messages and that, it's like, oh, am I gonna send the energy back to you, or am I gonna use this energy on myself or do something else that's more productive? Eh?
100%.
Have you no negative comments again? Like, do you like feel like I must be doing something right? I'll be able to do more.
Bro, at this
No.
point, yeah, you do feel like that, bro. Like when you don't get that kind of like bad vibes or anything like that, you do feel like, oh man, I must be in the right direction at this point. So yeah, not saying that they won't come or whatever, but yeah, at this point, I just think like I'm just grateful that a lot of people are still rolling on me in that, because it can flip sideways, man. Once you drop the wrong thing, it's a lot of the other thing is like you got to be kind of like cautious around the things that you talk about. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, all the time, bro.
Like, do you feel like when you do things, you're like, oh man, should I say that joke or should I?
Yeah, 100%. Like there's been skits where like I've gotten it wrong because it's an inside joke between my circle, and you can't do
and it
inside
shouldn't
joke.
be-
yeah.
You can't do that, you know. And bro, that just went left
Yeah.
real fast.
Same with
so-
like controversial stuff. Do you feel like bro, when I did Crip Camp, like
Yeah.
I had to sit on the fence with that one for ages because I was like, wow, am I gonna get backlash from like actual members, like actual people who's about their life, or
Yeah.
or am I gonna get hit up from the opposite,
Yeah.
you know, of these gangs and stuff like that? So I was just like, but those are the things that you weigh up, when you're like trying to post up in it. Like that's the kind of things that ponder on your mind when you're posting up. Like, is that the kind of backlash that's
Yeah.
gonna come? Because bro, it can flip sideways anytime, man.
I wish it could be like just who gives a shit. And
Yeah,
just
man.
what's on
I
your mind
honestly
and,
wish it would
you know,
be, man.
but like this day and age, you can say something and bro, see you later to
Someone's
Yeah,
getting offended, eh?
yeah.
It's-
Bro,
100%,
honest,
man.
man. It's a scary world that we live in, bro.
Like if you see it from my mindset, you just want to laugh. That's it. That's all. That's all. You don't go out there with the intent to
Hurt someone,
hurt
eh?
somebody. You just want to laugh.
That's it.
Like Regan said, with this day and age, and
You're stepping on glass, man. And
Yeah.
One day it's gonna just do the wrong thing and then just shatter underneath you.
Have you ever made a video and then you've actually not posted it because you thought, okay, if I post this video, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have every
Yeah.
this could go
Yeah.
mainstream because of who I am, and I'm a social influencer now.
Yeah.
And if I post this, I'm gonna have the whole
Oh.
either the Catholic Church or some kind of
Yeah, nah,
someone
yeah.
after you.
I think like
What Catholic Church?
sorry, but the Catholic sounds great.
This is supposed to be my family, but I'm just saying there's gonna be someone, there's gonna be some group that's gonna be
That's it,
offended
man.
and they're gonna come after you, man.
Yeah,
That
man.
Cancel culture kind of thing,
I think when we're making videos and that, like, there probably might be like I haven't held back on a video that I didn't think it was because it was controversial. I always either just change the joke around or like try and like soften the blow on certain things. But in terms of like, yeah, I'll always put it out. The only reason I won't put it out is if I'm editing and I'm going, fuck, this is dry. I'll be chopping away and like, watch it back and I'm like, nah.
Bro, but like I'm exactly like you. Like initially, the idea, man, that's gonna hurt. So you start doing it, and then when you start editing, it's like, nah, man. What was I thinking, man? In the bin.
Bro, facts.
You know, when I think about Dave Chappelle,
Yeah.
like, he talks about comedy being an art form,
Yeah.
and the art of comedy should trump everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's it.
If you're gonna think, oh, man, it's gonna offend somebody. Nah, it's your art form. It's comedy.
That's it,
You're
eh?
supposed to be funny. You're supposed to get a reaction.
Regardless, yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. Make people laugh or don't make them laugh. You're
Yeah.
gonna make
That's it,
people
eh?
laugh. I mean, that's the. He's man. Sort of like told me, like, you know, don't be scared. Like, if you're gonna make a joke, make a joke.
That's true.
Because he was talking about you know, there's sometimes, because I saw him on he accepted some award, I think it was last year, and he had a speech, and he was saying, like, you know, there's sometimes I see my colleagues on stage, and especially my white colleagues, and, you know, there's a little bit of racism going on there. You know, we go upstairs, have a beer, and talk loud.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all about the art form.
That's
Like,
it,
it doesn't
eh?
matter. It doesn't matter.
Regardless, eh?
Yeah.
I wish, bro. Well, something on my
It's a
conscience is
fearful
like,
way
man, just
yeah.
you know.
Going down that road one day,
Yeah.
and you just, because I've seen backlash before, man. There's been like content creators where they've like, I guess they've gone down a lane that I think that people don't really know. They look at that person, they're like, oh, you really don't know about this life,
Yeah,
and everyone just starts clapping on them, like,
100%.
yeah. But yeah, if you just stick to what you know, maybe that's just probably for the best, I guess. Eh?
I mean, because, you know, your stuff and Cam's stuff, you guys have funny stuff, man. Like,
I appreciate it, brother.
and I'm sure that, you know, you guys have, you know, some decent amount of followers, so, you know, people are enjoying your stuff.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't that be like just something for you guys to think doesn't matter? If there's any, if you come across any skit you go about to make and you think might offend people, or you come to that point, you know, shouldn't, like, you know, the fact of just making people laugh just pass all that?
Yeah,
No,
that's
push through.
yeah.
That's what you'd expect.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's what I expect.
But that's what common sense tells you, eh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, but I mean, guess people these days are quite fickle. Like they can just turn on you like
That's
that,
it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
but
like Thanos. Half of them are gone, mate.
But like, you know, the comedy in America compared to New Zealand, right? I think they have thicker skin because the racism there is like, you know, everywhere. You know, whereas here it's kind of like subtle racism kind of thing. You know, but it's still here. But like, it's like an everyday thing in America where, you know, the N word or cracker. You know, it's just like saying bro.
Yeah.
You know, whereas over here you say it, bro, that's gonna get on my nerves straight away, and then, you know, I'm gonna end up being a Karen and have to report you.
Facts.
Yeah, I guess like you're saying, I guess they're exposed to it
Yeah.
all the time. It's open.
Yeah.
At least, you know, good thing about New Zealand, like we're quite closeted about
Yeah,
our racism.
yeah,
Like we're all racist, man.
Yeah,
to be
nah,
honest.
In the
But, you know,
closet, we're all in the closet.
but we just ain't gonna say it to your face, kind of stuff.
We say it with the boys.
You say it after a few beers with the boys on a Friday night, yeah.
Hey, did I sign a waiver, man? Or disclosure or something?
No. But I'm just saying, like, just those little subtle jokes, you know, there's no intent behind it.
That's right.
But it would be, other people would take, like, someone listening to our conversation would take
Yeah.
it the other way.
Yeah.
You know? Even though we're just, you know, just a
Like, you'll tell straight away, man. You know, like, you'll see the rest of his videos, you know that he's a comedian, so there's no intent behind it, you know?
Yeah, bro. But then we saw that there was a comedian. He's a comedian. We all know he's a comedian. And he told that joke about the Christchurch shootings.
Yeah.
And they just went flip sideways. And like, bro, it's just a matter of like telling the right joke at the right time, or what is appropriate.
Yeah.
But it does show, like, just in that sense, like, we talk about 9/11. I've seen some real bad jokes about 9/11.
Yeah.
And then we talk about Christchurch shootings, and then everyone in New Zealand just like,
Yeah.
you know, just goes for that guy, you know. So
Left field, eh?
exactly. Yeah, this is the dude, man. So
I think with us, I guess maybe it was because it was the first of its kind here. in
Maybe,
New Zealand.
yeah, that's
so
right,
we've
bro.
never really dealt
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it as a
that's true.
society, as New Zealand.
That's
eh?
it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But America, they're used to this kind of like
terrorism and all
yeah,
that.
terrorism and that's a kind of everyday kind of threat with them.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I mean, right up until that happened, that Christchurch shooting, you'd never,
No.
nothing
Nah,
like that had
no
ever
way.
happened in
Yeah.
our lifetime.
And
eh?
then when it happens to us, we're just like,
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yo.
This building, this mosque, this room, where people were saying their prayers and going about their business. And for me, the saddest thing about that, it wasn't the 52 people who were killed. It wasn't the countless others who had their lives changed forever because their family members were taken from them. It was the hundreds of people that night who couldn't make it home from nightclubs in Christchurch because all the cabbies were dead.
that's tough,
Okay,
man.
nah.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, that, oh,
Damn.
yeah.
I don't hear that before.
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
That's
that's bad.
pretty tough, man.
Yeah, no.
Oh man.
There's not
You
you
know
know,
what?
man, and there's there.
Okay, I'll take everything the standards.
Okay, boys, run that back. Cut that one out.
Okay, edit. We're gonna have to.
There was like 2 points to that, you know. It was like racism and then
The death of someone,
yeah,
you
And the
know.
stereotypes.
and the stereotypes,
And the
yeah.
stereotypes,
yeah.
Yeah, and the bombing, and I was like,
Yeah. Pure, yeah. But I mean, that's not what.
Unlucky
Lucky, like, you aren't in that kind of thing. Like, that's stand up.
Yeah.
Usually, stand up's kind of
raw.
raw.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably stand up's about giving your perspective on topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But what you guys do are awesome because it's it's always, you know, stand up kind of that kind of thing that kind of makes you think, kind of thing. Oh, should I laugh at that joke? But with your guys, like you're always either at the end you're guaranteed to walk away and feel like you've got a nice laugh or you feel happy about
Yeah.
it. That's the cool things about. Until I see you like carrying, like hanging up a dead dog or something. It was like,
yeah.
let's get to that stage. That kind
Yeah,
of comedy.
it's
Then,
alright.
yeah,
Cancel them.
yeah. Well, I guess that's the difference between what you guys do.
Yeah.
But with saying that, has stand up ever has that ever been something that you would have you might delve into, or you two camps?
Well, have you thought about doing stand up? You surely.
I
You're
have,
actually
yeah.
really good. Like I see you as a kind of witty off the top dude. you
Yeah,
know, so-
like I have thought about it, but man, like I've seen a guy, an Wolfgang.
yeah.
I saw Wolfgang do it, bro, and then that just scared me, man. But like you got to have balls to stand up in the front of a
Serious,
live
bro.
audience and just because the thing is, if your joke doesn't pop,
Yeah.
you're face to face with your crowd, whereas I'm only behind a phone doing all
Yeah,
my things,
that's
and I
true.
put it on the internet. I'm not seeing you face to face. You may write me a comment and say dry,
Yeah.
but hearing dry face to face,
It doesn't hurt as
Well,
bad. Eh?
yeah,
It doesn't feel as sore.
100%,
eh?
man.
You know, it's funny because me and Cams, we went to the comedy store down on Queen Street
Yeah.
years ago, Cams?
The Comedy Classic.
Comedy Classic.
yeah,
And so we watched. These are all guys that are just new. They're trying to build their sets and that.
Yeah.
yeah,
And we saw a few guys. We thought, oh, that's really good. There was this old Balingi man.
Yeah.
He was a teacher at Sacred Heart, and remember
Wow,
him, Cams?
that's so crazy.
And he was just talking about like his jokes were about interactions with the Samoan kids.
Yeah.
And we laughed because it was
relatable. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
thought, man, this guy's very. And then this guy went up, and he started talking about masturbation. And I know an American stand-up, but that's
That hits a
Yeah.
for those guys.
that's
yeah,
all
yeah,
the time.
yeah.
But New Zealand, you know what I mean.
That's
And we were
it.
sitting there, and poor dude, man. If you've seen him,
man.
it's like watching a man drown in no water, though. Because he bombed, man, and he started like rushing his sets
Oh,
and his
yeah,
jokes.
yeah, yeah.
For all that.
You know, and I was just tapping like Cam's like, so we should throw this guy a lifesaver or something. You wish that, you have that cane that comes with the I was hoping for someone to do that for the Uso because he was bombing bad, man.
Turn the lights off,
Yeah.
man. Turn the lights off.
Yeah, but see, that's the
That
thing
hurts,
that's the
man.
thing about, and you feel for him, man.
That's hard.
And like you're saying, that's why stand-up must be the toughest thing because you gotta
to
count
make
on your
people
material.
laugh, man. To
Yeah.
make people laugh, that's hard, bro. You don't know what to expect. The crowd's gonna be different every
Yeah,
time.
man.
Oh man, that's fearful. Yeah, I mean, being in Palmy is such a small place. I was considering going to one of the comedy clubs there, just having a go because nobody really knows me. But there's gonna be like 5 people there.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I might test the waters over there and then see how I feel coming back. But I've been told like to try it out over here, but I just think it's way too big of a a jump for me anyway. It's just not my comfort zone.
Yeah,
man.
nah, bro. Like, you know Guy Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that Ben and
Jono and Ben? Yeah.
they done a stitch up on Guy Williams. So they went to a comedy club, but before his set, he told the crowd, don't laugh at any of his jokes.
That's hard, man.
And man, he done the first joke, no one laughed, but it was funny, you know.
Yeah.
And then the second joke, third joke, ended it, and he just walked off stage. And Jono and Ben's like cracking up at the back.
That's
And
hard,
I'm like, man,
man.
I can't, bro. I can't, like, just seeing Guy Williams' face.
It's painful, eh?
Yeah.
Can't do it, man.
That's that one where you feel uncomfortable for the
That's
person.
it,
eh?
bro.
Bro,
You just
100%.
Wow, that's hard, man.
Yeah, it must be hard. I mean, like when you hear guys like that come on Joe Rogan and all these other podcasts, they say like stand up is probably the hardest thing you can
I reckon,
do.
man.
As
Yeah. That's probably like, even just the art form itself, like just being able to write a script for it.
Yeah,
Man, that's hard, bro.
100%.
And it's timing too, in terms of like what crowd you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because
That's it.
this crowd might not be a crowd that will laugh at your joke. And the next crowd, the next day might be the crowd
Yeah.
that laughs.
Then you're going on tour, and then after that, it's like different cities, different jokes.
That's
like
it.
it's not gonna land if I'm gonna talk about South Auckland and Porirua or something
Yeah.
like that. You
Yeah.
know, it's just gonna be like, I obviously like tweak it a little bit, but I mean, writing those kind of jokes is hard, man.
Man, even like watching the greats, like the kings of comedy and that, like, you know, Steve Harvey and them, you know, man, he was saying, you know, like there was the Apollo, you know, making it there, man, they'll tell you straight away. If you're shit, bro, you'll know straight away, man.
Just cut through it, eh? Just
Yeah.
like, nah, far out. This.
There's that famous clip of Lauren Hill, and she's at the Apollo,
Oh yeah,
and they boo her off the stage.
Fuck, is that right?
Yeah.
that's hard.
So that's I mean
man.
that's how cutthroat it is, you know.
Yeah.
There's probably been guys and artists that have gone there, and you know later on they've gone to be bigger and better things, but
That's damaging, eh? You know, to your whole
that's
build,
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Shucks.
That's ruthless, eh?
100%.
It's like
man.
those, like, nah, pack it up, not coming back. Like, you might still have the juice, like, you know, it's just
Yeah.
one crowd that just didn't feel you, but you never know. So I mean, that's hard, man.
You know, when you first started doing your skits and that for social media, did you find yourself start being like a student of comedy? Like start
Yeah.
like looking at other things and
Yeah,
or did you have influences that you used in the past, like when you first kicked off? And
I think just watching some of the original dudes that started here in New Zealand, like Cougar Boys and Jimmy Jackson, and then I think those were the like key dudes that like know kind of like what hits in New Zealand, I guess, like what New Zealanders are looking for in that. But in terms of like my own style and that, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like always about just putting these guys putting a kick on just putting like a South Auckland twist or like a hood twist on anything really, and that's pretty much how I got my flavor in that. Like it's just running through that, you know.
So when was the first when you actually pressed send, that first video that you made?
Oh yeah.
Do you know the actual date, or do you know around what time when you first? Oh man, this I'm gonna put up a video.
So, oh man, it would have been if you run through the right at the bottom. Those would be like that was the stuff that really put me up. So this skit here, that one, that was the first one that I done. So, bro, just out of it, I was just like at home. I was like, oh man, I just feel like writing a rap to a lot and just doing like a little parody. I think it'll be funny in that. I posted it up on Facebook and it just went. And I was just like, oh shucks. And then I was like, okay, cool, we got something here. And then I did the second one, which was it was Blame It On Me from Akon, but it was a parody on that, on like South Auckland things. And then that went hit off again, and I was just like, okay, yeah, all right.
I'm onto something.
Yeah, I'm onto something. I got something here. And then, bro, I opened up the Instagram account first, and then I just said, oh, I'm gonna have a jam on this. This is where you can find me. And yeah, everything just started kicking off from there. I was a slow grind until, I was probably until like some of the big accounts started following me, and that's when I like just started going off. Yeah, man, it's crazy. This was another one that like where people were starting to know me, man, straight up. This is like you know, when you can see this kind of stuff happening, it's like nobody's doing this kind of thing, you know.
Bro, 100%.
And then like the quality wise as well, I guess was another thing that people were buzzing out. You know, and yeah, I mean, just things like that. Like you can slowly see the climb, like, you know, that like, oh shit, this is something you haven't seen before, you know. So
Well, and that's what I love about your comedy is that you take an idea and you flip it, you know, put your own twist on it, but it's so out the gate, it's fucking hilarious, man. You know, it's like, who thinks about these kind of jokes?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
who comes up with this?
Yeah, man. So it's just me, man. I don't know. It's just the way that I just think of something or I see something and I'm just like, bro, that'll be funny if it was like a South Auckland thing or like a Polynesian thing or like a New Zealand thing, anything around that space. Yeah, that's just how my brain is working, man. Like even with the kids, bro. Like I'll be watching something with the kids and I'm like, that'll be funny if I like if we change that up or like if it was if we did like a hood version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
You know, one thing I like about your skits you do is the props that you use and stuff. And a lot of yours, you even put some special effects in your videos as well, which is pretty cool. I think the one I first noticed, or that was your Boom Bullet one, or that one there, the Married to the Model.
Oh yeah,
one.
man.
Because you know, you're sitting there with your suit on, and the house looks like the house at the, you know.
I can see. You can see. When you're married to a farm, baby, it's a full-time job. Sending money back home with your auntie you don't know, and a funeral you don't really know. And a matai you still don't know. Wow. Sounds that was great.
So who came up with his part?
I wrote the whole thing.
Yeah.
The Matai and that stuff, yeah, he put that Samoan flavor on that.
Yeah,
twist,
yeah.
So yeah, he added that juice on there.
So how'd you get him on that skit? Did you
Oh no, we've been friends for a while. Yeah, we've been good mates for a while. We were workmates back in the days, and then we just like sort of linked up again, and then it's been hard to get rid of him pretty much. But that's my brother, bro. He's also, bro. He's me.
Did you think he was gonna blow up the way he did?
Oh man, like.
Was he like that? Because you say you were workmates. So.
Yeah, so even at work, bro, he's not like, he's quite like shy, bro. Like if you get to meet him, bro, like you'd think he's like kind of being rude, but he's just really shy, man. I think that people expect him to be a lot more outgoing because of how he is on, but no, he's actually like real standoffish, real shy, real quiet. But yeah, but he's been doing really well. I mean, when he was just blowing up when we were at work. So just to see the climb, bro, it's been amazing. So like things like this, so like Shut Up Your Mouth, even Ding Dong, like I was a part of all of that stuff. Like these are some of his big, like I mean, if you look through like the comments in there, like even the views won't be really up there as well. But even Ding Dong, that's another one of his massive ones, and I'm just.
Bro, that was a killer beat, man.
Yeah, man, I was honored to be a part of that. Like, our brother AZA was the guy who made the beat, but like in terms of like recording it and that, like that was me. I recorded it and then I shot the video for him, and then bro, we were just like, what the heck? This is crazy. So yeah, shout out to Boom Bullet, bro. He's the man.
How much prep goes into your skits? Because, for example, you're married to the Fob one.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had to get the same color suit as Guy Williams.
Yeah.
And then you had to get the
so
house,
the same
get
house,
the same house and same sort of setup. Like
yeah, it takes like if I got the idea, bro, it'll take me like a day to like kind of sort of like prep it. It's in my head and that. But I always see it, man. I was like, bro, like if you're gonna do something, you do it like go handy. Like that's what's gonna make you stand out from everybody. Like don't. Just in terms of quality, that's what I always said, man. Like, bro, bro, because your quality is like, skyrocketed, man. Bro. Like, the way you edit your stuff now, I'm just going, this is mental, bro. Like, that's what I mean, though. But that's like, when I see you doing it, or if I see like people like Chris doing his thing, bro, or like Johnny Tovasa, like, bro, when I see this kind of stuff and like the cuts, the edits and that, those are the things that I'm like, yo, this is what separates you from everybody else. Because if you're gonna do something, go hard, like you know, like that's what's gonna make it like top tier. You know, things that people will like actually remember. Like, if you look at a skit like Yu-Gi-Oh that I done, like I went out and I printed the cards. Like, like I went and printed the cards out. Like, you know, and this was like actuals. Like, I'm gonna do this properly kind of thing, you know. And it hit, man. It was worth the prep time and all that. So. Yeah, it's always about quality, man. I'm not too phased on like quantity wise. If the skit comes out, yeah.
You amateur, yourself wide open for an attack. Just get on with it. You're gonna regret those words for simple karma, because I play Jake, the Dark Magician, in attack mode. Not only that, but I put Jake with Lion Red and Hypers. Oh, this boosts his attack points up by 500, giving him a total of 3,000 attack points. Impossible. And with that, Jake, attack! Just hold on a second. Do you really think I'd come unprepared? Well, think again, because you just activated my trap card. Colonization. We don't leave all ground cards off the field. But it allows me to special summon not one, but 2 Blue Eyes White Karens to the field. With that, I attack you directly. It's just one thing, simple Kyle. You forgot this one card I had facing there. And with that, I end my turn.
Oh man.
You just activated my trap card. I use short. No way, this card allows me to automatically cancel your turn. And I'm not done yet. Next, I play Wind's Benefit, which allows me to draw 3 cards from my deck. You won't believe what I just drew. It can't be. That's right, Simple Kaiba. All 3 pieces to be so you should take me out when you had the chance. You two better shut your mouths and come to the edition before I give you 2 points of hiding, eh? Yep. It's that.
I mean, yeah, just things
Nice,
like that, bro. Yeah.
Well, like you just saw, man, like the quality and like even acting out the anime, you know, and that's how they act, you know, and bro, like going that extra mile with printing the cards in it, bro.
Man. That's what I said, bro. Like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are doing skits right now. I feel like everybody's stepping it up, which is it's mean to see. Like, it just when I see stuff like your stuff, I'm like, oh, it holds me accountable. Like, to what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
like, you know.
Yeah. I always feel like that, and it's good competition.
Yeah, it's good. It's friendly competition where I'm like, bro, that is so good. All right, I'm gonna get to work. You know, because sometimes you need that kick in the butt, like to like. Some days I don't even want to do skits, and I'm just like, and then I'll watch something of yours, I'll see something of like Johnny's, and I'm like, all right, yep, get up, go do something, you know.
100%, man.
That's the cool thing about it, because I know, and there was that time when you posted up who's the funniest, like in New Zealand content maker. And that's the cool thing. Like all of you are boys.
That's it, bro. We're all in the
like
same
it's we always talk about like empowering each other, bringing each other up. Yeah, you know, it's not.
Yeah,
you know, man. I'm
plenty
better
of
than
tables
him.
at the seat, man.
Yeah,
you know, plenty of seats at the table. Sorry,
yeah.
You know, it's not just get up there and I'm the man, because it's lonely at the top. That's a classic saying. Yeah, but bro, like I said, there's plenty of seats at the table, man.
Bro, that's facts, man. Oh man.
So I noticed like there's a lot. So Pokemon, these kind of things. There's a lot of pop culture stuff.
Yeah, man.
So you're really big into that kind of.
Yeah, I was our 90s kid, so everything about it, like anything they can. Because I know that everybody can relate to that kind of stuff, and then it's just a matter of trying to bring it back or like run a joke on it.
Yeah.
Be like, so I mean, massive pop culture fan, but I grew up in the 90s, so yeah, it's a massive time for me, man.
Yeah, I find myself buzzing out at some of your pop culture references. Like you had the one skit with you're like a little kid with the Benny and Cecil.
Yeah, bro.
Thing around the head
things like that, bro. Like just
things little things like that.
Yeah,
it's
like, like little subtle things where it's just like, this will show this person's age or something like that. You know, just the little things like that, bro. That. Yeah,
I think that's the appeal of your videos, is because it doesn't only appeal just the older generation, because they'll get the jokes, but then like the younger generation will get because there was like that kind of little late boost with the Pokemon, and all those kind of things. Lately, Pokemon kind of made a resurgence. So,
exactly. So,
and that was kind of us from back then. I remember them back in the days.
I just hope that it can relate to like pretty much all age groups. So, hard.
And it's hard to do that, to try and get that joke to relate to multiple age groups, you know.
What's your what's your audience age like?
Yeah.
You see, what's your
Mine's like 35 to 40.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, was it 25
Yeah,
to...
that'll be mine. Yeah,
20
25 to like 40 or something. Yeah, that's the same with mine.
Yeah.
So like to get these, bro, all the younger kids will probably be on TikTok and that, but like
That's
you
it,
don't
man.
really know what they're into either. Like they probably want to see you do a dance or something like that, but just not my style. But you know, I mean, trying to get that younger age group, I don't think we'll be able to tap into that.
I think they're on a different buzz, eh?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But I mean, even for us to like, I mean, even to their primary school, to go to the primary school today and just that in itself, I mean, wow, for a primary school student to be like in tune with what I'm up to, like, that, I mean, that's crazy in itself as well. Like,
Well,
such a
100%.
massive age gap, you know?
You know, with that last skit, I see you delve into a little politics there. Does that topic sort of like, is that one of the things you might have to like,
Oh, which skit was that?
oh, the cards one?
Oh yeah, bro, yeah. Man, it's a
Is that a hard topic to-
Yeah, bro, it's a hard thing where you're just like, should I talk about it or should I not talk about it? Even like things where, I tried my best not to put my opinion out there because that's not what I'm here for. Like I'm just here to, I'm not here to influence. Like I'm not trying to influence anybody to think a certain way. I'm just here to make people laugh. That's it. Like at the end of the day. So I mean, diving into those kind of topics and that. Like diving in a comedic way, that's all good. But in terms of like my opinion or my thoughts, I don't want to like project that onto anybody. Like, because I'm not here for that, you know. And the same with my life, like my real life and stuff like that. Like I try my best not to post up about my real life because it's just like that's like a thing that like you're not supposed to know about that. You just came here for a laugh.
That's
you
right.
came here for fun, you know. And so my missus like, you know what, you post this up in the story. And I'm going, hey man, this ain't for, is it funny? He says it's gonna get us some laughs. And she's like, no. And I'm like, oh then I got a private page for that with two followers on there, so that's all good. But I mean, in terms of that, like, yeah, just keeping the politics and or my opinion on certain things out of the way, and just my real life out of the way as well, like.
But putting politics into your jokes. That's
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
or even just a hot topic at the time, like trying to put a comedic value onto any hot topic, if it's politics or if it's racism or something like that, or just like anything that's like popping right now. Like, I'll just try and run off it and just make it comedic. But I would have never try and like sell an idea to somebody, you know, because that's not me.
I was reminded of Billy T. James. And
Yeah,
when
man.
when he used to do those political jokes, like he had the Captain Cook
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
to the shore. And that's right.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't like. I hate to see my own horn, but like, bro, that's something that like a lot of people been like saying, man. It's like, gee, you're like Billy T. James. And I'm like, man, that's so crazy to be referenced like in that space. And I see the similarities in that, like, and like terms of parodies and just like flipping New Zealand, like putting a New Zealand flip on something. So, I mean, even Captain Cook, like, I have an idea where it's like it's about Captain Cook, but he's Captain Cooked. You know, and he's like, you know, and then he's like, the Maori people are like, oh, it's we got some hot rocks, and then he's like, oh, hot rocks, you know, like things like that, like, you know, like you think of like, it's just ideas that come on, man.
So that's gonna be crack up.
Oh man,
How long does it So you must have like heaps of skits going through your head, or like, do you write all your stuff down?
Yeah, I got a whole list of like things that like I just think it's funny, and then I'll just write it down, and then like in terms of like collabs and stuff like that, we just like, but I won't write a script or anything, but I'll have an idea, but then I'll think of somebody that I think is like that would suit it, like like. I mean, like me and you, like if we were gonna do a skit together, it would be like things that like when we run it tomorrow, things that Islanders never say. And then we just run like riffs off of that. Like, and we can go for ages doing things like that. I mean, but that's the kind of thing. Like I'll think of somebody and I'm like, oh right, this will be perfect, and I just save that idea for them. Otherwise, majority of the time it's just working off me pretty much. You know.
Well, that's like me too. I got like. When ideas come to mind, bro, I was going, man, that'll be a good idea for you, or that'll be a good idea for Jeff, or for Chris, you know. But it's just trying to get it across, you know.
That's it, bro.
That's the issue.
That's like when we did that collab with Chris. Like he was overseas. Like Chris is over in Brisbane, and I just thought like, bro, he plays that that Samoan dad role so well. I was like, bro, yeah, can I take that character and can we fuse it into an idea that I got? It's like, yeah, bro, we'll run it. And like, bro, I mean, that's the kind of thing that you're doing. You're like looking at certain things like, bro, that would be perfect for that person.
With that clip, I actually thought that he flew over here because your fella's kitchen's the same, man. And I was going, so he's here in his kitchen.
Yeah, we just cut that in together, and bro, it was mean though.
Bro, and that pop, man.
Shucks.
You know, so you're down in Palmy now, eh?
Yeah.
How'd you end up, so from South Auckland to Palmy? That's probably the strangest.
That's out of it, eh? So yeah, at the time, bro, because I'm a field manager for Chorus. Yeah, so we just we look after contractors and stuff like that, building up fiber. And at the time, Auckland, all the Auckland like volumes in there had dropped low, and they were like, oh, like what do you want to do? You want to take redundancy, or do you want to cruise down the line? And I was like, oh well, yep. Might as well just have a go and see what's on the other side, and just packed it up, and then we moved down. It's been pretty alright, man. Like moving down those ways. Yeah.
Was that a scary move for you?
It was hard, bro. It was real hard.
Like, do you have family down in Palmy?
Nah, I got nobody, bro, down there. It's like it was just us, bro, down those ways. And bro, it was pretty hard. Like trying to, I think I was just trying to get our things together. Like, bro, like. Say I'm trying to go and get a fridge from somewhere. Like we got no one to look after the kids. Yeah, you know, it's exactly. Like, it's just us down those ways. So, I mean, like things like that, like challenging things. But I honestly feel like it's been like massive growth, man. Every time that I go down and then I come back up, it's like you see like I've evolved. Like that's how I feel. It's like I've come back as somebody else. Like you know, but yeah, that's how I feel. Like from moving down there, it's been massive growth in myself and like just. My life as an adult, I guess, because, bro, when I was here, bro, I was at my mom and dad's for ages, bro, and we were just living comfortably, man. Like it was like, bro, you got babysitters for days, like the rent ain't bad, like you know, the rent ain't too bad, like you know, you're living comfortably, and then to get the whole switch, it's just you on your own. You gotta pay your own bills and like all that jazz. I've been out in the fields like that before, but. And I was living at my parents for like 5 years, man. Yeah. Like everything was so sweet, and then to jump into that lane, it's like, oh man, it was a big wake up call. But like that's what it is, bro. Growth and just coming back out and just growing in the wild, like you see. Like that's how I see it, anyways.
Shucks, not only that, but you're like in a different city than your parents.
Yeah,
and
man.
From what you knew,
exactly.
and you pretty much start like a new chapter in that.
That's it, bro. It's crazy, and then like. I'm fortunate that like even my grandparents are still alive. Both sets of my grandparents are still alive.
Nice.
And like, I mean, even that, like you know, just being away from them and all my cousins and stuff like that. You see them like you know having fun and then like, oh, that looks good. And they just like, son, how old are you? Can you drink it?
Must be nice.
Can you drink with your dad yet? No.
Have you managed to connect with a lot of people down in? How's the North? Like, make some friends, or they?
No, not really. Like, yeah, majority of the time I keep to myself. It's just me and my family's down there. We got another field manager that works closely with us. In my team, it's just me and this guy that run Palmy, and that's about it. But in terms of like linking up with other people, bro, I think that was the place where I linked up with the most people was everyone outside of Auckland. Like, there's like so many people out there. It's like. Like people like TC, we got like these like Tricks, linking up with like people like Thank God for Benny and all the like these are all big names in like outside of Auckland.
Yeah.
And just to link up with those dudes these guys in Wellington, Hawke's Bay and that area. So I mean in that sense, like I didn't really miss out on collabing with anyone up here because I still was able to link up with everyone down those ways. So it's a blessing and curse.
Because people actually come down to Palmy to come and do this.
Yeah, it's like people. So
you're kind of putting Palmy back on the.
Maybe
you might be the head of the tourism corps.
It's pretty hard though because like I'm still repping South Auckland, so people still think that I'm there. Like so, a lot of people would still assume that I was in Mangere, but I'm really in Palmy. Way that it's set up. So yeah.
It's probably good though for you and your family, like be closer together.
Yeah, it's good. Like we've definitely grown. Town. Yeah, we've grown together as a family as well. Like because it's only us, like even my boys, like I feel bad too because like they're missing out on their growth of their cousins and their bonds with their cousins, and you know, but at the same time, we're all growing as a family as well. While we're down there together, so I mean that's good in itself as well.
Well, it must be good because it gives you a lot of time to watch those Inu now. 'Cause, you know, your Inu, honestly, man, those are my favorite.
Oh yeah.
And like, I can watch them over. I can watch them over and over again. I'm like, so this guy must watch hours of this stuff.
Oh,
because
bro,
to get the kind of content, man, you've got to be watching a lot of.
Yeah, you got to do a bit of research, like to know the characters and stuff like that. That's in Inu now. Like, not gonna lie, like I do spend a bit of time on there, and I'm in there like trolling a bit in there, and as well, like I'm in there going like, show us your toes. Sometimes,
and then there's people actually.
people are going,
You sure you're not the admin?
yeah, I'm in there mucking around, bro. But like, yeah, for Inu now, yeah, it's a whole new world in there, right? Like, it's mean though because like, you know, it's a community in itself. Everybody's like horsey. Everybody's and there's some real out the gate characters in there. Like
100%, man.
it's fun to watch as well, bro. So like to get those kind of characters, man. Yeah, that's me.
I'm shocked no one's actually hit you up like, hey man, did you base that character on me? Because
No, not yet. I think everybody kind of figures it out. Like, yeah, there is somebody on here that
you
looks like
know
this
that
or
person.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, at the same time, the people, the admins of Inu now, and they're like real. I guess they would say they're sort of like happy as that, like I'm putting it out there and stuff like that. So
have you made that a series?
no,
man, you need to.
Yeah, so the thing with that is like I don't like running off of the same idea.
Yeah.
I don't know, like that's just the thing. Like, bro, I could have ran Yu-Gi-Oh down for days. I had like so many ideas for it, but then I was like, oh, nah, like move on. Like I just want to get it out the way and move on to something else. I might come back to a part 2 later. Like so with Inu now, I dropped the Inu now video. And then I didn't do a part 2 till the next year. Like that just goes to show, like I didn't want to ride that wave. Like I don't be known as that dude who's like, oh yeah, you did the Inu now videos, hey. You know, it's gonna be like, oh, you do a whole range of things. You know, just
because that can kind of be like a dent in your step forward, because like you just don't want that reputation of just that one category.
And like each to their own. Like there's dudes that will run a part 5 series on one idea, and that's all good. So, like if that works for you, that works for you, and like. That's the formula though, it's getting you heaps of views, it's getting you heaps of followers. You should just run with that idea, but in terms of my mentality, I'm just like, all right, pack it up, move on to the next thing. I don't know.
And that's what the buzzy thing about New Zealand is, like, bro, like you've got so many lanes of like my algorithm on my Instagram, look, it's up and down, man, it's all over the place, and like everybody's taste is like just all over the place, like with, say, watching his videos and that, and you're trying to hit a certain demographic, but like it's just so widespread, it's kind of hard to just hit that one, Are
you trying? Do you get into your analytics and stuff?
Yeah. So I always try and touch into that just to see where I'm kind of like heading. Like if, say, the 25s, the 18 to 25 is starting to go up, then I'll probably throw in a skit and head towards that way, just to boost that up a bit more, or if it's, still the same, then, I'll just carry on as normal.
So what's hard about finding that? It doesn't tell you, or is it hard to...
No, it's kind of hard to pinpoint.
Yeah, kind of hard to pinpoint, but, like, it's hard to pinpoint.
Speaking of algorithms, Instagram and that, we had our mate from one of those way back. His name is Philly Tupper. I don't know if you follow him.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
So we had him on early on. He's one of the boys.
He's really knows his stuff.
And he was telling us. So he was the first time he kind of revealed to us that he worked for an agency. So he has an agency that does his.
That looks up the stuff. Gets some books and gets him some gigs in there.
Exactly. Used to. Have you ever thought about signing up with an agency? Because you save the numbers.
Yeah.
You save the numbers, and there are agencies out there. Or you scared that if you work for an agency, they might actually put a muzzle on the jokes, or they might try to dictate to use the kind of jokes that you're allowed to put out there. Because I remember when he told us, I was freaking out. Like, hey,
there's people that's out there.
They go and they say, because he said that when companies were coming to him, they were giving him a figure.
Yeah.
And you know, you're like, oh yeah,
That sounds good.
That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And then when he signed up with the agency, oh, you undersold yourself.
Yeah.
'cause you could have got this X amount,
yeah.
and we will negotiate those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the agency, besides him, they go out and they get him the deals and
deals
and that's
and
where
that.
he's making his money.
Yeah,
That's why when I see the man, you know, it helps that he's built like Arnold. You know, that he walks around with no shirt on, fully. But have you ever thought about like maybe going down the agency route when it comes eventually?
Yeah. Oh, what do you reckon?
I have,
Yeah.
but I just weighed up the pros and cons, and that like I dabbled in a bit of like just acting and that, doing acting roles, stuff like that. So I'd apply for that, stuff like that. But with my skits and that, no, because I don't ever want to have
someone
anybody,
control, eh? That's it.
have say to me, oh, we'll cut that part out of your skit.
Nah, yeah.
I said, no, because that resonates with, you know, most of my, you know, following.
You don't want anyone to have a hold on your creativity.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when once you give that up, bro. Like you're just another person, pretty much. You're like under the system, I guess,
Yeah,
or whatever. Like
100%.
like yeah. That's the same with me, man. So I got a manager looking after my Facebook account at the moment. So that someone looks after that. So they just get all the clips and all that, and suss all the monetization in that. But even like running the negotiation for the contract and that, yeah, there was things in there that was like, you can't do this, can't do that. I was like, nah, scrap all of this, otherwise I'm not coming on board. And then but that was a lot about that's just that creativity control and that, man. I
Yeah.
don't want to give that up. Like once you give that
100%.
up, man, you're just a robot, pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
facts.
Well, because that's pretty much your soul of what you do, eh?
That's it, man. You know,
that creativity, and once you lose that, man, is
just
it
pack
even
it all
funny
up,
anymore?
pretty much. Yeah. You know, are you doing this for yourself anymore? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I wonder when the point comes when numbers speak for itself, you know. That, you know, if an agency says, oh, you got to cut that out, cut this out. But everyone's listening,
That's
watching
it.
me anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do I need you for, you know? Like,
Yeah, that's it, man.
in order to, like, get me out further. But that's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
if your numbers speak for itself, then
yeah. I think that's similar to like what Joe Rogan had with Spotify, eh?
yeah.
You know, like,
Cutting those deals and that
yeah,
and negotiating.
just
the
take
right-
me as I am,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
That's it.
yeah.
True
But
that.
that's
But he went
the-
on, he was doing it for 10 years, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got
yeah.
some numbers, eh? He's got some numbers. True that. Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing something like this? Maybe a podcast or a kind of like a web series, like a catch-up kind of thing? Because it would probably be a good way of interacting with your fans, especially you being down there in
Yeah, true that, eh?
Palmerston North and that.
In terms of making a podcast, man, there's a lot of cats running podcasts at the moment. This is one of the better ones that I've seen. Like, and then I'm a part of like a sort of podcast group. We call it The Chicken. We do it on Fridays, every Fridays, and it's just me, my cousin Beast Mose. Anyone know?
Yep. Yeah.
Beast Mose from Porirua, and there's like a whole bunch of us, and we just catch up on Fridays. We just go live. But in terms of me starting one, man, bro, this guys is doing way more. Like, you know, it's already been there's a lane where a lot of people are already in, and they like you guys do it so well. I don't know if I could like ever jump in this like pool with these guys, man. This is way too good. Yeah, so this is.
So how did that start? How did the chicken start?
So Mose was the guy who put it together. He was just saying it was pretty much just something over lockdown, just like catching up with the boys. We had a lot of people come through at the time. Like we had people like Terrell, Joe Damon, and Joe Rogan. We had Donald Trump. People, we had Joe Damon. Like so, people still tap in now and then. But obviously everybody's still busy. Now that lockdown's over. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, how it all started. And ever since then, like it's just been a thing, like a culture thing, where we're just like, oh yeah, whoever's on the here's the code for the Zoom. If you guys want to come through, then, and yeah, bro, it's therapeutical for me being alone by myself down those ways. So to be with the boys and just banter and just have a laugh and do stuff like say stuff that you can't just say to your wife, and just being amongst the boys, bro, it's real therapeutical for me, anyways. And I'm pretty sure it's been the same thing for the boys as well. You know?
How was lockdown for you with like your creativity and that?
Yeah, it was good. I I didn't think, we were pretty safe with work and stuff like that. So it didn't really play on my mind, like, in terms of, a lot of people were, like, affected majorly, and it was questionable for a lot of people's futures. But for me, I was quite safe in that space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in terms of creativity, yeah, it was mean, like, but it was a race, bro. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was,
Bro,
like,
100.
gunny, man. And, like, there was people that just, like, I was going, damn it, like, that's such a good idea. Or, like,
Yeah.
and you got people like I saw Nix was just killing it, man.
Bro.
She was just, like, probably, like, leading the run. And
Yeah.
then Joe Damon was another dude just smoking it.
man.
And, bro, so, like, yeah, those are the dudes that were just killing it over lockdown. I had a fun time watching the creative vibes in it. Even Johnny, man, like, with the transition challenge, that was a
Oh,
huge
bro, that was a
thing,
buzz,
man.
eh?
That was a huge thing over lockdown. And just it was mean to see the creativity, and, like, it was real hot time, like, in terms of content creation and stuff like that. How'd you feel?
Bro, like exactly like you, man. Like, you want to jump in, but then,
Everybody
refresh your screen and it's like, fuck, someone's come out with a skit. I'm like, shit, I can't drop it now. I've got to wait a bit, And so you go back, work on some more skits, you go and drop it, and then, man.
Bro, it was a
just
race,
can't
man, and,
compete,
like,
man.
because there was so much that you could run with that topic, like
Bro.
lockdown, politics, and all
Yeah,
that
man.
jazz. Bro,
It was a good time, because man, a lot of content was coming out. People, and a lot of it, I assume, is all like everyone's side hustle,
Yeah.
And because lockdown level 4, it was 100%
man.
side hustles,
Bro,
That's it.
100,
Everyone was
man.
gunning, man. Shucks.
It was good to see. It was good to see.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. Oh, man.
So you're up here for to do some promos and do a bit of work. Are you? So what are you? Also, are you? So you're Tokelau?
Yeah, so I'm half Tokelau and half Niuean.
Yeah.
My dad is from the atoll of Hagoho, and my mom's from the village of Alofitonga. So, yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy. It's like two of the smallest islands, eh? So it's like, yeah, it's quite blessed to be like from such a unique place, or both places, and like such a small, like, this minority of from the Pacific Islands. But yes, I'm proud to be from a place that's like so small because we're so unique, It's
100%.
awesome. Yeah.
And it's good, like, because I see, like, you have Niuean Language Week,
Yeah.
Tokelauan Language Week, Samoan Language Week, Tongan Language Week, and just to, because I don't have too many Tokelauan friends in that, and then you see their bubble in that, and it's like, oh, shucks.
Yeah, there's a community. Yeah, there's a few of us here. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a community of us. And
It's good to see, man.
yeah, no, I think the tech communities, man, we stand and rip pretty hard. So
I know there's a huge Tokelauan community down in Pororua.
yeah, Porirua's got
Yeah, because I remember you saying your cousin's from there.
Yeah,
and I know
yeah.
because I've got a few. One of the families from our church, he was married to a Tokelauan as well, and they were saying like they'd always go down
yeah, man.
down a party because that's. I think all the Samoans came with South Auckland, and
Yeah.
all the Turks went straight to Wellington.
Yeah, straight to Wally's, yeah.
To Peter.
Started migrating over there to Porirua, and then and then you got some of our other family was in Greyland when they came through. So
Yeah.
I mean, majority of all the polys came from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greyland. So
So have you been back to Tokelau?
yeah, so I went there the first time last year.
I saw that.
So you go to South? So you have to go to
Yeah,
South
you got to
first,
start.
eh?
Yeah, you got to go start to
Yeah.
get to Toke. And man, what a humbling feeling to go there. Eh? Like, man, you're never gonna see something like that. Eh? Like, it's funny too in saying that because Tokelau, we don't have a lot of a lot of things over there. Like, it's real basic, real minimalized. But they love it there, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's how they live, and it's easy for them. That's their lifestyle. But it's funny when you come from a place where you got everything, like New Zealand, and then you go to somewhere and it's just, you get a shock that like, man, these people are living with the bare minimum, yet it works, and yet I got so much, and yet, like, what am I doing for myself?
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like every time you say you're from New Zealand, and then you got everything. Then you go to SAR, you got the same, but you got a bit less than what you had in New Zealand. Then you go to Toke, and it's just like it's dropping. So
Turn the lights off.
as soon as we got back to SAR, I was like,
So was it a family trip? Did you go back?
yeah,
with
it
your-
was a family trip, and we took my grandparents back. It might be their last time. Yeah, it might be their last trip. And man, just to see my grandparents, like, wow, what a blessing to had shared that experience with them. Like, which could have been like possibly might be their last trip. My grandma, man, because like it's an atoll as you can see on the screen, and then like there's like little islands around it. And so like there's an island in Hakoho, and it's got a lagoon in there, and like the trip is quite like pretty hard, and you got to walk fair distance. My grandma's like pretty old, man. Like she made the trip. When she hit the lagoon, man, she was swimming for ages.
Man,
yeah.
you know how you say that? It's funny because my dad, because when he's here, like he's because he's retired, so he's quite laboured and is walking there. There's something like as soon as the door opens and the plane is somewhere, the man moonwalks down.
That's it. It's such a power.
You see those movies? He's jumping down this naked gun movies. That's how he's angry. Check out this fool, man. Oh, man, I had to carry him onto the plane. Now the man's moonwalking down the stairs.
We were on the boat. Because it's like a 24-hour boat ride from Sa to Turk. My nana was just posted up on the bunk, like looking real sick. Man, as soon as we got off the boat, man, she's like, "Get off me, man! I'm alright." I'm like, "Oh, all right." Well, changes kind.
Man. I think there really is something about when our parents go back to where they're from.
Power in there, right?
Yeah,
energy
100%, man. Was it good to tap in with the culture?
Yeah, man. Like, bro, the kids over there are so awesome, man. Like, they're not glued onto the iPads. They don't even really like know much about technology. You know, they're just out there and just playing. And these kids are like running on the rocks, and you're just like, "Oh, what the heck?" Like, you know. And it's just it's something that you won't see these days. You know, when you go like, I mean, if you're in New Zealand, like if you go back home, like it's something you probably won't see again, man. Like all these kids like not really tapped into the technology world and that. So I mean, it was mean, right?
Oh, that's mean, man.
You know, you were talking about because you're very fortunate to have your parents.
Yeah.
What do they think about your videos?
Oh man. Yeah. So
I was thinking that before when I was like, this kind of.
My parents, they've been real supportive, man. Like anything that I've ever done, man, they've always supported me. Bro, I thought I was a dancer. I thought I was a rapper. I thought I was all kinds of things, man. And like my parents always supported me, and they're like, "Yeah, all good. Yeah, you want to do that? That's all good." In terms of this whole comedy skits thing, it's a new thing, but they've been supportive about it. You know, they love it too. My dad was like, you know, Islander dads, they're a bit skeptical about what you're doing, but like he's like, he loves it, like he understands what I'm doing. And I think the most precious thing about it is that my dad understands what it does for me. Like, you know, he understands. It's your creative. It's a creative thing in you, and it's allowing you to be yourself. You know, and that's amazing for me to feel like that. You know, because I mean, poly dads, you know, they're like pretty tough and you know, pretty hearty dudes. But for him to understand that what it does for me, that's me. Like, you know, we're on the same level in that.
Bro, that's massive. It's like it's so good to see that change coming from old heads.
Yeah.
You know, where it's so strict. You know, it's like,
why are you doing that?
No time for videos, just go to work.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Nah,
but man, for him to, you know, because that was like my old man as well.
Yeah.
You know, and like how my old man come across my videos is one of my dad's mates showed him my video.
But did he know that was your, like, you know, when they
he didn't know.
He's like, you got to check this out.
Yeah,
he's like,
So
my son's mimicking me. Exactly, that's me, man.
He's mocking me.
He's mocking me, or he's paying.
We need to talk when we get home. But man, and man, he like Regan said, you know, he was exactly like his old man. You know, he just knew that this is something that, you know, makes me happy and the path that I want to take.
Yeah, that's mean that that culture is like in a shift, you know, like
100%, bro.
You know, over time and stuff like that. It'll only get better as we go, I guess. Hard.
It's cool, because I remember maybe 20 years ago, the music industry started to change. You know, Napster came on. People downloading music, and then the record companies were going, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Losing money. What's going on?
Yeah. That's it.
Now, I think with like TV and radio, it's becoming to be the same thing with YouTube. And, you know, and social media.
Internet's killing them, man, right now.
Like you guys are a good example. You guys put skits out, and you know those skits can be like skits that you see on TV, like, you know, the shows like Saturday Night Live or you know, and it's the same sort of thing. People can watch those skits on their phones.
That's it. So accessible, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Well, it's funny because you've kind of, you know, when you talk about watching normal television, TV1, TV, you know,
Yeah.
the mainstream ones.
Yeah.
I can't really remember the last time I watched it for a full hour.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I turn on my phone
Yeah.
and I'm only watching Sky for the sports
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
movies. So,
Yeah.
like, the whole thing's, it's shifted. So
That's
now
it.
people want to, when they laugh, they want to watch on, you
Yeah.
know, laugh on demand. So,
Yeah.
And
you know,
so,
when they see,
yeah.
you know, when they see your story at the top of Instagram,
Yeah.
or they see that if both of you are coming out with a new video, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, sweet. You
Yeah.
know, I'm going to
That's
watch
it.
You're either watching it on your way to work or you're at work on your
Yeah.
lunch break.
Yeah.
Or,
It's
it's
just
like-
right there, hand in
that's
hand.
right. And that's what's changing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. That's kind of the medium like podcasts as well.
Yeah.
Like it's taken away from, like radio will always be radio, but people want to listen to stuff they on demand.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Exactly.
But also not so like robot like, you know, like I want to hear the real you know, the real, not kind of scripted.
yeah,
kinda,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Censored or
Yeah,
anything like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know?
There's a lot of things, yeah, man. Because like on the internet, you can do whatever, how you want to do,
Exactly.
man. If you get,
100%.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and over there, they got gatekeepers and people just like at the top, you know, just
Yeah.
controlling your creativity, I guess. When it comes to those kind of like mainstream like radio and TV, I guess.
Well, like, you know, that's, I mean, another thing is ads, you know, when I remember the other day, my dad came to me, I was watching TV in the lounge, he goes, oh man, there's awesome movies on TV, you know, turn it on. So I was going through Sky Movies, and I couldn't find what it's about. Oh, it's about this man on the island. And I went through, and it was Castaway, it was on Channel 3 or something,
Yeah.
and I went far out. Because I knew I was going to have to put up with an hour of
Yeah.
ads,
Ads.
That's
you
Yeah.
know.
it.
But my
Yeah.
dad's Marseillais, I used to watch
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, they should have finished. They should have finished at 10 o'clock. It's 11:30 right now. I'm still dealing with Wilson on the island. You know, you know.
Could have
It's
watched
a-
the whole thing. Yeah.
So that's it. You know, like it's still. I think when that kind of age group go, that have grown up or have
yeah,
got used to just watching mainstream TV, man, it's
yeah.
the internet's it's like the Wild West. Man. It's just anyone can.
Anyone can.
That reminds me of like why Ferrari don't do ads, eh? And it's because people that watch TV, that's not their,
yeah,
that's not
true
their
that.
audience. That's
Yeah,
not who they
true.
want to, you know?
People who have Ferraris aren't watching TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of robots, like I was watching Tonga Pacifica the night after the elections,
Mm.
and they had a panel on Alfred Ngaro and
Oh, yeah.
Seal was on, and
Was
two
it
other.
Vessel? Was
Te
it
Atu
Vessel
e
Collins
Mangere,
on? I don't know if I
No,
don't
represents.
Fisa was on, but there were two others on, and they were just talking about politics. They were talking about the just a review on the elections.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think what's his name? Christian Marito Brown was there too. He was there as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was an hour, and I was interested to hear their view on what went on and what.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not understand a word anyone said. Like they were talking like robots.
Yeah.
Like they were bringing
All
all these
scripted and all that
sentences,
and-
these
Yeah,
these
yeah.
hard words, and I was like,
Is it because they're reading off a
Right.
teleprompter, or are they just how
I
they
guess
are?
they're
no, I think they're just trying to be. They had their professional look, their professional talk, kind of. And I was thinking, man, you know, if you're like talking like that, you know, at home
That's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with your family, that's not normal.
Nah.
You know?
That's what I can't stand about the politics is like you harp on about people, you know, to people about vote,
Mm.
but no one understands you
What's
know,
going on,
what's
what you're
going on,
voting for,
you know?
and that.
Like you want to hit the younger, you know, generation, and that man speak their language, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know, because you know, on our podcast, you know, we talk how we talk,
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
and I'm thinking, man, those guys that I saw on Tonga Pacifica, they weren't talking like how we talk.
Yeah. Because they don't want to offend anyone, you know.
Sure.
Because you know, if you asked Alfred Ngaro the truth, like, you know, so you lost. He goes, yeah, because the other guy,
Put a
you know,
root to it.
the other guy's an eater. So he wants to say that, but
Yeah.
because he's on TV,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a Sunday
yeah.
morning. He's a respectable man.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna act, you know, like how he's supposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like a politician.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna
Yeah.
say the right things because
Yeah.
No,
you know,
he's
he's gonna get re-elected. You know, he wants to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
re-elected.
exactly.
Because I know, because Alfred Ngaro, he's our local MP.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we had to. So I voted for
Yeah,
Alfred. He lost to Phil Twyford.
Yeah.
Phil Twyford was always going to win because he's riding just in his
Yeah,
coattails,
yeah.
you know. But he should have said that. He could have said that.
Yeah.
But because he's on, you know, mainstream
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to offend anyone, and he doesn't, you know, the land, the
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
cut
true, right.
him, you know. But he would, if he was on a podcast
Yeah.
like that,
Nah, he would
and maybe he had a
tell you
few
how it
beers
is.
before coming on.
Yeah.
So
Should've-
you want to hear the truth?
Tell you how it
Burgundy
is.
is
I'll
that.
tell you how
It'll
rally
be like
it is.
Tom Cruise, man. You can't handle the truth.
But that's what I mean. They offended me because they weren't talking like how we talk.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Especially if, like when you're trying to hit a certain, say like you want to hit the Polynesian community and that. Man, speak their language. Like, that's what blows me away.
Exciting part for me, and it's a lot more hopeful for the next 3 years.
Tofilo, Futu-sama mentioned the number of Pacific MPs that are coming through Labour. I mean, how much of a challenge do you think it's going to be now that the Lions actually step up to the
I mean, the thing I got was I didn't get anything out of this whole
Conversation.
conversation. It was just like
Speaking of the internet, I see that Christian Molitor Brown's on there, and so that guy gets heat. Like, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter and Instagram, but he's quite controversial with his
true.
views.
Yeah.
And he's another guy he's probably become popular because of the internet or because of his views. Like he's quite conservative, So if he ever DMs you, which will be weary, man, because
Do some research before we
look
go
at
down
today,
that lane.
Oh, see, this guy is he's stirred up.
Hoses.
I mean, he's been on other podcasts too. And I've heard him talk, and he didn't talk like that on
there,
Pacifica,
right?
But I mean, see, he's another person. Like he's become internet famous because of your content, because people love you guys.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's internet famous because he likes stirring
Stir the
controversy.
pot, right? Yeah.
And and so he tweeted up before. I think it was about the tweet was about cutting his daughter's hair if she played up or something.
Oh, true.
And man, the backlash he got, and he was just going back and forth with people.
And he's not like just leaving it. He's
Yeah,
like getting the range,
like
getting
people
in
like,
the
oh
range.
man, I shouldn't have said that. He's like, yeah, I said that. But it was just he's that kind of person. He's the other side of the internet.
That's his thing.
Yeah,
The
like,
trolls and all that.
Yeah. So he's the other. Yeah. And that's the crazy thing, man. Like it's the wild, wild west, the internet.
Yeah.
That's true, man. Anything can go on in there, man.
Yeah.
especially Twitter. Eh?
Yeah.
Do you have like a dark humor side of you? Yeah. You ever think about like releasing that like to like?
Oh, you mean like OnlyFans?
Yeah, kind of like kind of like a OnlyFans, but like for like say a R18 version of your humor kind of thing.
True.
Like, because I've always thought about it, like, because man, fuck, my dark humor is out the gate.
Yeah,
and so like I don't want to offend my younger crowd.
Yeah.
And that. So, but like I also want to get my dark humor out as well. Like, have you ever thought about?
I've
that route?
never thought about taking like running out like doing dark humor on in my skits. I haven't really thought about that side.
Yeah.
But I'm like now I'm thinking about it, I'm going, oh yeah, what can I do to switch it up now? Like, oh man, that's true. I never thought about that, eh? But
I guess the danger in that is because the internet love to bring up your past, or like how you have guys that have put a tweet up before,
and come back
it's 10 years old,
come back
and
to
they'll
haunt
go,
you, eh?
but you said that, well, I was 11 years old when I said doesn't matter, But like, even if so, the danger if you done like a dark humor one, if it has a kind of racial undertone or something, they're gonna try and put it on you. Yeah. So the only way you can do this under 18 of those. Like certain websites, then you can.
That's true, though. That's true.
I don't know what those websites are, boys. But
Who's a good example for dark humor on the internet right now? Is there anyone?
Jimmy Carr would be like Jimmy Carr's like one of the dudes that I see is like, man, it's dark but it's funny, man. Like, I like it.
It was probably for New Zealand. Probably that guy that done the Christchurch one.
That's Australian. Hey, that guy's Australian.
He's Australian.
Oh, Australian.
See, that's Australian humour, eh?
Yeah.
That's because they've been like that for a long time.
Aussie humour, bro.
Well, let's just
out the gate, man.
Well, we already know that because the way they treated their indigenous people. Like, I'm just putting it out there. We all know that, boys. We all know that, you know. But when it comes to dark stuff on social media,
Oh yeah, there's a stereotypes. A pro with that, ain't you?
I know this guy.
you know, this guy,
This guy.
I love that content, man. You know?
Would you ever get into acting?
Bro, that's something that I really would consider it. Like, when I was in high school, man, I got ducks for acting. You know,
Straight up.
Yeah, just a little flex there, but yeah,
School, please, you have to drop
yeah,
the school
for
in
summer cross campus.
Nice.
Yeah, it was mean. That year was mean. I played this role, and it was like it was a comedic like play, but at the end it's like it gets real emotional. I went handies, like there's like crying ones on the stage ones. Bro, I was out of it because at the end of the show, and then like all these like old like moms and the aunties, and they were like, "Oh man, that was so good." I was like, "Yo!" And I really thought I was gonna go I really wanted to go take it somewhere in, but at the time you like when you're young, you just think of like security in there, like man, am I gonna do this or like, you know? So yeah, I ended up going down the route that I'm in now, which was like in that kind of like electrical space, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know that lane as well. So
Was that always you at school? Like
Yeah.
that drama side and
yeah, bro, like performing in that, bro. I loved it. Like, I think just like I would have just found it found it again within doing this whole skit thing, which is mean. Yeah, it's been mean, bro. Like just even just with the acting in there, like just trying to just get in that groove again, which is like I found a passion for it. So I hope that yeah, anyone listening, I want to catch me on for Power Rangers.
No, I mean that's cool, man. Because we had Dominic on, and he was awesome too, and it's cool like guys like Dominic and Pula.
Yeah.
And we had one of his boys. We had so Philly's brother Steve.
Yep.
Came on, and he's tight with him, and he was just saying like he just persevered, and it's the thing about like how you said like you didn't follow that route because security.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things that are
That's
facing
a lot
now.
of things, yeah.
Because there weren't really avenues back then,
No
but now
way.
you got all these sources out there.
Facts. You got agencies, you got like resources. Man, I'm like looking at these things. Like, bro, I wish we had that kind of stuff. I'm looking at the youth, bro, and there's like so many youth like programs and that. Not even just for acting, but like for music and like dance and stuff.
Yeah.
just opportunity galore.
And these guys are so lucky, Like,
I mean, if I was at school and I said to my dad, I'm going to go be a dancer.
yeah.
Oh mate, I'd be dancing because you'd be. You'd have the sun. You jump, you're gonna dance for me. You know what I'm saying? But now, like it's a realistic. Like, Dad, I'm gonna be a dancer. I gave it. Look at Lance. Look at all these guys. Look at Paris and all
And
that.
that's just it, eh?
Hey. But you just wouldn't dare talk. You raise it.
And that's the thing. Like, do you feel like with your kids, like you're gonna do that thing, like where whatever their passions are, that you just let them run it?
100%, bro.
That's like me, man. Like my boys see me doing this kind of stuff, and like I don't want to project that onto them, like acting or YouTube or whatever. Like I want them to find it themselves. But yeah, whatever passions that these like the kids are gonna do, man, I'm gonna run it way different than how I was.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Facts.
Because, like, I guarantee you, if I had that opportunity back then,
It would have been healthy, bro.
like,
The Rock,
I wouldn't be here. Like,
Hey, yeah.
bro, I'm that
I
confident.
love it.
I'm that confident.
That's
I wouldn't be here, man.
That's right.
I guarantee you,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about, man.
You'll be on there, eh? You'll be on there, bro.
So what kind of movies we gonna get?
There's dark evil ones.
You would have been with your parents inside the video store going through that section.
You're walking through the beats, saying,
What's in here?
Someone didn't rewind this tape, bro.
No, man. No, you're right, and it's cool that those avenues are there now.
Man, so lucky, yeah.
But the way things are going, with the cameras, the quality of cameras. But you could probably just make a movie, like your own series now, people got web series. Like you just see like the drones and just the standard cameras. But people are making like even your video, your content you put on. There's a like movie like quality in that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Definitely, even with the technology that we got, like anybody with a phone can just make can do what we're doing. Like, man, I'm still using my phone to this day. Like everything that you see on there, it's just me shooting on my phone and like.
Bro,
yeah,
like I
it
hit
works,
this guy
man.
up and I asked him, I said, bro, what camera are you using? He goes, "Silly, I'm still using my phone from ages ago." But I was shocked because like when I see his videos, it looks like it's professionally done. But it's from his bloody phone.
But I didn't get a tripod until like a couple months ago. Everything else I was just sitting on my stand.
Yeah.
Son, hold this. You know, like things like that, bro. Like I didn't get a tripod like until ages, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, as long as you got a phone or anything with a camera, bro, you can go hard. Like,
What about the graphics in that?
oh yeah.
So what are you using like a? So you're transferring it to your laptop and then you're
Yeah,
just
and
doing
we're
on
just
the,
cutting it all up in there. We're using a program called Final Cut. It's on just for MacBooks, and then bro, everything else, bro, I'm just learning everything on YouTube. Like anything that I want to know, it's just
bro.
there. Eh? Like I'll just type up how do you do this, and then it's just there, and then I just copy the same thing, bro. It's
That's the current landscape, eh? Like anything you want to learn, it's on YouTube.
the greatest teacher of all time right now, man. It's
It is.
YouTube,
It
bro.
is. You don't have to go to school for it. But you know, being a parent with kids,
Yeah.
like how does that play in your head, knowing that obviously kids go to school and
Yeah.
then you think about higher learning, but knowing that sometimes you don't have to go anywhere, just watch
That's
YouTube,
it,
watch
man.
the resources right online.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts, man.
how does that change how both of you guys think about how your kids gonna grow, like their higher learning and stuff?
I think in terms of resources, like if the kids want to know something that I don't know, like, I've always gone to YouTube as well, like trying to like learn something. Like my sister, she's still in high school, and like she's asking me how do I do this thing, and I'm like, yeah, give me a couple minutes, I'll just quickly learn this up. Like in terms of that, so I mean, like using YouTube to teach the kids, man, I'm all for it. Like,
I think we just got to embrace that. That's the new way of like picking something up instead of going spending thousands of dollars on a
For a
course
tutor or something like that,
or
yeah.
something like that. Because bro, like who would have thought you would get paid to game? And we just seen that young kid win like a comp, and he gets paid to play games, and it's like, bro, the kid's only like 16, 15, man.
That is crazy, yeah.
Because there was always that stigma back in the days about species and
Oh,
you
bro.
know,
It'll be
there's a-
anything really.
there's a-
Dancing,
yeah. That's for waggers,
Yeah. Waste your time playing those
Yeah,
damn
exactly.
things, man.
And now
now-
you're getting paid.
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy like how like we're saying the landscape's changed. Like,
Yeah.
that's an actual
What's
occupation.
new?
Yeah.
What's new in that? Eh?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man.
I think as technology gets better and stuff like that, like the more opportunities for the way the youth are getting raised up in this technology time.
Yeah, and at the same thing with the youth as well, is like the exposures that they get, like as the platforms change and like new socials, like things around social media and that, bro, the kids are more likely to pop off. Like
Yeah.
Josh 685, like
100.
man, like he was making beats, and then something new like TikTok just come around, and this man's just on his way.
Yeah.
So I mean, as the technology is developing as well, like social media is developing as well, and it's just changing the whole game on everything. Yeah, anybody can pop, man, like straight up.
That's pretty cool how like when Jason Derulo came out and he said that he was the one who made the beat, and then every someone
Came through, man.
Hey,
man.
that's our beat.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
he was, my bad. He
yeah.
kind of backtracked.
Yeah,
and,
it's like, oh yeah, wait a minute. Nah, yeah,
100%.
man. It's
and
good.
that's the power of the internet.
That's
eh?
it, man.
So this guy sitting in South Auckland making his own beats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then just post, and that can happen to anybody. Like that's. I mean, that was a throwaway beat. Like, you at the time, who would have thought, like, oh yeah, the same with like a skit that we do. One day it just be the right shit. Look at that guy, with the cranberry juice and
Oh, yeah.
something small,
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
just one little video, it'd change your life, bro. Like that's why I was like, I was talking to somebody. I think it was think it was Uncle Jack. He does skits as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he was saying is, bro, if you think it's a dry skit or whatever, just post it because you never know, bro. Like, regardless of whether you think it's dry or even if it doesn't hit, like, just leave it there, because you never know. Like,
Fuck, that's hard, bro.
yeah, oh man. So I was like, true. You never know. You like, just chuck it up and it might just go off, man.
Because I always see myself as a perfectionist, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And like, if I see like a little mistake, I can't.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't do it,
It
bro.
plays on you, eh? when
Yeah,
you watch it back
yeah.
every time, eh?
Yeah.
And you're the only one who probably noticed it.
Yeah,
Nobody
I
even
know.
cares, eh?
Yeah. But like, that's where I spend most of my time is in the editing and that.
Yeah.
And like, if I've got the full video all laid out and that, and then I see one little problem, I say, nah, take it out, and then I'll redo it.
Oh, damn.
Bro, that's I can't, bro. It's like one of those things.
So you always carry your. Have you ever discarded a skit because there was too many things that you didn't like on it?
Yeah.
But
Because if I watch it back, like I was saying before, like if I came up with the idea and I was going, man, this idea is bad, you know. But then as I keep doing it and watching it over and over and over
Is
again,
it playing with your mind there?
it starts playing with my mind again. No, it's not funny anymore, you know. But then, like what Jack was saying, you know, just put it out there because my humor,
Yeah.
you know, is not everybody else's humor, you know, and someone else can see it as, bro, that was deadly, or, you know. But like I've already made my mind up. No, that's dry.
It's not going to hit him.
Yeah.
Have you ever posted up something that you thought wasn't going to hit and it goes?
Yep.
It's weird, eh?
Bro.
Does it like make you think, I have no idea what people like? You know?
Tell you know the pie one?
yeah.
That was one that I thought, no, I wasn't gonna hit.
Yeah.
Well, bro,
Well, that's the one that really
Yeah.
that's
made-
the one
made
that
your-
yeah
made your mark.
that took off.
Especially,
for me.
you know what? Always when I watch it, and it hurts my heart. How you put the thumb in the pie and that? Oh,
No,
man.
don't
I'll
do
still eat
that
the
again.
pie. I'll still eat the pie. I'm still gonna have half the. But the way you've avoided my mouth pie.
Man, I'm sorry if you have friends like that, man.
Yeah. Hey, we've all had friends like that, man. You know, we've all had the. Suddenly, what's that? It's a pie, nigga.
So I wash my hands, man. Wow.
What was that skit for you, Regan? The one that you thought would never take off, but it did.
It was the one of tricks. The mahi one. Yeah, the mahi, Māori mahi versus Tongan mahi. I honestly didn't think anyone would understand like what the hell we were talking about. Even when I told Tricks the concept, he was looking at me like, nah, this is try. But he did it like, you know, he still done it. And we were like, we still ran with it.
That just works.
Bro, that was like 1,000 comments. Hey,
Yeah, man, this is probably my biggest video that I've got, man. Bigger than Yukio, man.
Oh yeah, mahi. Where? What about your mahi channel? Is it stink?
Yeah, bro, it's stinking some days, straight up, bro. Shitty is, man.
Oh, what about your boss, G? Does he check on your mahi?
Oh, bro, all day, every day, bro. That's all he does. Can't get him off my back, bro. Just always wanting to check my money.
Oh, true, G. What about if your mahi gets too wet?
Yeah, but if it gets too wet, some days, I don't even have money on.
Oh, hey. What about right now? You got mahi on right now?
Nah, of course not. What you gonna
Bro, it's like, when we ran that, man, like, and I was editing and I was cutting back, I was going, this is dry, man, like, and nobody's gonna understand what the hell this is. And then I just posted it up and I was just like, boom, and I was like, oh, snap, like, and you just realize you don't actually know what the hell you're doing, you know? You think you got an understanding of your audience, and then like, oh yeah, these guys kind of like this stuff, and then it's not really, you don't really know what they like, you know?
bro, because when Regan dropped that, I liked it, and then I wrote a comment on it. And then you know how you get a notification if someone likes your comment? So when he dropped it, I think it was like, I don't know, 200 comments already. And then when someone liked it, bro, it was already at like 800 comments. Like when I saw the notification that someone liked my
Oh
comment.
yeah, fuck.
It's like, bro, it was in the space of like maybe a day.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
It was pretty
crazy,
so
man.
things like that, man. Like you don't really know if people understand the joke in there, like, but and then I just posted it up anyways, and then
That's
happened,
that's
man.
just humor for you, eh? Like some
That's
people.
it, man.
Yeah.
You just really can't really tell what people think is funny, man. And the days you think, you know.
Bro, like Trix's video, the one where the stepsister was stuck.
Yeah.
Man, I thought that would have, you know, just
Bro,
skyrocketed.
yeah.
Man, but like I was like, bro.
Yeah, that's the one that I thought was gonna shoot
Yeah.
off too. I was like, bro, this is not gonna go, man. Like nobody's done it like this.
100. 'Cause that's like what my dark humor is kind of like, you know, going along like that.
Hey, well, yeah. Those movies, man. Yeah, that one in the washer right there, man. And I was the one who chopped this up for him too.
Yeah.
So we're using my green screen here.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, we can't do this. I'm so smart. Don't make a sister of me now.
Oh yeah.
I can't, man.
Well, like something like that, like you would expect, like, you know,
It's gonna bomb.
1,000,
It's gonna go
2,000,
off there,
you know, bro, but man,
You know what?
it's this,
No. I guarantee that probably is the most liked. But I think people are scared of actually liking it. Because if they like it and one of your friends goes, oh, what a dirty guy. You know what I mean?
My wife's like, hey,
yeah,
how do you know about that?
Oh, I see you like that video, Regan.
Shit, wait, hold on.
What's that about? I guarantee, man, because we all laughed at that.
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw that, I was like, I laughed. I went,
Get off there.
because you know when you like it, it says, oh, you know, this guy
somebody
like this video, and then they click on
yeah.
the video. I wonder what he thought was funny about that. You know?
What does he know about this video?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's the kind of like I'm just saying that probably is the funniest one that everyone's had a laugh.
Yeah.
But it's the uncomfortable
Yeah.
PC kind of thing. Like I'm too worried to like that because someone's gonna see that and my missus or someone's gonna hit me up like, oh, so you think it's funny? Someone putting the gun up here and then.
Oi.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying because. Like we've already talked about the climate and how it can be quite PC at the moment.
Yeah.
So maybe you can put up a dark humor thing, and you know, it's probably had 1,000 people laugh, but only certain people liked it because they wanted to put themselves out like that. You know,
and that's what's funny about the analytics. Is like 100 people have liked this video, but then you go to the views and it's like 10,000.
Yeah, so many people have seen it already. It's like, what the heck?
It's like, I can't like this video. Sorry, Oos.
Sorry, Usgang, because these are the ones. Usgang got the humor for dark, like,
Bro, 100, man.
dark humor, man. He's got the crazy dark humor,
He
man.
is out the gate, man.
Oh man.
you know, if you guys platforms and stuff and your content, like, do you see like, you know, you talked about security, like with work and that you guys work full time. We all work full time, but we got, you know, our side things as well, our content creating.
Yeah.
Do you see a point where, you know, that becomes the full time job? And if we get paid for, like, say we the same amount, we get paid the same amount of money as a full time job. Yeah. You know, it will be a dream to quit our day jobs and do this full time.
That'll be crazy, man.
Like, do you think in New Zealand that's a possibility? That's
Yeah, I mean, look at Jimmy Jackson, man. That guy's, you know, he's living comfortably, like, and he's doing really well for himself. Same with Terrell, he quit his day job just to run this, and he looks like he's doing really well as well, man. So, I mean, there's like...
Joe Damon's on his way there.
Yeah, I mean, Joey D's like there as well. I mean, there's potential for all of us to, like, crack it. I just guess, just figuring it out where we sit in this whole thing, eh?
I think slowly but surely New Zealand's heading that way with opportunity, like with the likes of like technology and, you know, social media. Like I think that's the doorway to, you know, what do you call it, commercials or you know, small movies.
Yeah, even like small businesses, bro. There's people that are like packed it up. Like if you look up Hood Brothers, bro, that guy, like those guys, man, they just were doing skits, just being themselves, man. They're just doing dumb shit and like, and now they got a business called where they sell like whistles and merch and that. And man, just doing that now. Like he's not doing any work or anything like that. He's just living off his small business, and that's crazy that you can crack something like that. A fucking chair is another good example for small businesses that you can create from social media. Like, you know, that's all just like it all just starts from just making these small videos and then just branching off from there. Like a lot of people, that's how it starts, man. People just do these like skits, and then they just go off and use the following for something else.
Yeah. It also depends on how much work you put in as well. Like, what's his name? A fucking true?
Yeah, J-Muck.
J-Muck.
Yeah.
Like I know he put in like the mahi.
Yeah, bro. He was going
for
handies, bro.
his
For the breathers,
brand.
even for the breathers, bro. He was like the go-to dude, like cutting up all their videos. Because he was in a group called the Breathers, and there was like another two guys, MK and Floyd.
Yeah.
And bro, J-Muck was just. There's always the Beyonce of the group, I guess. Terrell was the Beyonce of Cougar Boys. So I mean, you know, it's just that person that's like just really hungry, you know, that really wants to eat, man. So I mean, kudos, bro. Like that's just an example of what can happen if where you want to take these social media lanes, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Was you know, I think one of the original kind of social media stars was that Johnny Danger. You know, rest in peace to him. He was. I remember he was the first guy who kind of started trends. Remember when he had the Danger swig?
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard of it until I was drinking with someone and they kept. I was going, so you're right. Are you having a fit or something? But they kept doing the, you know, this is the big thing on social media, and that was probably like how long is it? About 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Came out, and then he's the kind of guy that I saw start branching. Because remember, he started his own, made his own beer.
Yeah, exactly. He was on MTV. He was like had the Snapchat award like 3 years in a row or something like that. He had like multiple awards on social medias and stuff like that. So yeah.
So he's probably the original kind of.
Yeah, he's one of those. Yeah, one of the top 10.
I don't really recall anyone else before him.
Nah, yeah.
He was out the gate, man. Like everything he did was just bro, like huge.
He's the first. I remember he's the first guy who got infamy because he the one that was on top of the car going across the and no one and he posted it on social media and it was so big that the news he came on the news
exactly. Like, nobody would like. I don't think anybody's gonna do it as big as this dude, man. Like
It's
like the way he went about his social media and that, and how he drew in his audience and stuff, like driving past that cafe every time. What was he saying? Like fucking moon or something like that, you know? and you saw it on his story all the time, you know, and bro, it was hilarious.
Oh, another dude is William Whitehall, man. That's done really well for himself, you know. He was working a 9 to 5. We all saw him working his 9 to 5, and then man just shot off, and he's just, you know, he's doing big things now, man. Had his own TV show and like it's multiple brand deals. He's doing well, man. So I mean, everybody's got to. Like,
I mean, like he's like, you know, the thing about being a social influencer, like used to. You can, well, he's not. You know,
I don't know about influencer. I hate that word, man.
Okay, not influencer. Well, social studies thing.
Public figure.
Yeah, public. But you know, look, he's made his his mate he's like if I saw him on the street, I'd know him.
Exactly.
Because
he's always around with this guy.
That's his local coffee guy that he's made a connection with.
Yeah.
And now he's.
Well, like if you have a look at Ruben's following, bro, it's just as huge as Willie Cribbs.
Yeah,
you know, and he only makes coffees. You know?
That's it. You know?
Bigger than mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Got my Rubes. But yeah, that's crazy, eh? Like
it's crazy where you can take this, man. You know. Yeah, I mean, great examples of like, you know, where social media can go and like what you can do with it. So.
Yeah, but that's when it's used I mean, when you're taking advantage of, you know, the good things that social media can bring.
Yeah,
hey.
Facts.
And I guess it depends on like what audience you want to reach out to, and then like, say if I was reaching out to an audience over the shore, you know, and then you're just going to get over the shore sponsors and stuff like that, you know. It just all depends on, you know, what your content is and where you take it, I guess.
True that. what's it called? I was just say, what's the most favorite thing that you've been seeing?
Oh, shucks.
What, in the mail?
Oh, no, in your DMs.
That's why I was thinking.
Bro, probably this guy messaged me
Yeah.
and he said, bro, just last week I was gonna nick myself.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Shit. You were talking about that, yeah.
And then he came across one of my videos, and it kind of like, you know,
That is
told him that it was, yeah. But
it's an unreal thing, and when comedy and that can like reach out to the people, and you don't even realize what you're doing, and like I always said that I was making this stuff for myself. It's a therapeutic thing for me. It's just like my creativity and just a way for me to express myself, and you don't even realize that like the bonus part is that there's other people writing, and you got people in your corner that you're doing it for as well, like, you know, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, what about you? What's the your favorite thing that you've received? Like someone's message you.
Yeah.
A few of them, right, if you wanna.
Oh shucks, I can't really think. Yeah, I mean today's experience was like one of my favorite like things that I've done so far. You know, but the funny thing is, this kid, I didn't even know this was the kid that messages me, man. He messages me like twice a week. He just checks in on me like, "Oh, so what are you up to?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm all good, bro. Like, what are you up to?" He's, "Oh, just doing my schoolwork." I was like, "Oh, bro, that's me, bro." Like, we just tapping, and then and then my cousin was like, "Oh, can you come to school?" And then and he was like, "Bro, do you know who I am?" And I was like, "No, I'm just here to see you." But and he goes, "No, it's me, Romeo." And I was like, "What the heck? Oh, this is crazy, man." And he was like, "Bro, thanks heaps." I gave him a t-shirt, season 5 t-shirt, and I was like, "Bro, this is for you." And he's like, "Bro, thank you so much." And then I took to my cousin later on the day, and she's like, "Bro, you made this day, man." She goes, "Can you come back to school for the assembly?" I was like, "Oh, what's in the budget for your school there, guys?" But I mean, things like that, bro, it's so rewarding, Like,
bro, 100%.
and you don't even realize that that's gonna come with what you do.
Yeah,
Like, you just here just doing that for yourself, get a few laughs in here and there, but you don't realize like there's a whole bigger picture behind it. It's crazy.
Like when I receive that kind of stuff, it's like, man, I didn't sign up for this, so what do I say to this guy, you know? It's like, I only want to have a laugh, you know? So, you know, you don't know how to deal with someone that's just about to, you know...
Go down that road.
Yeah, go down that track, and it's like, bro, you know, just hold on, I guess, you know?
That's true, bro.
How much interaction do you have with, like through DMs and that? You know, people, you must get a lot of DMs. Do you make it a thing to try and answer every direct message that you get? Because do you find it's good that, you know, you're actually interacting with...
Yeah.
you
go, bro.
Well, I interact with everybody, and it's not just I like what they said, and that, like, it's reply to everything, you know, because I remember when I started out and I was messaging people, and then like, I don't know, months later, you know, I get a notification and it just says seen, you know, and that's months later, you know, and I was going, man, I really look up to this guy, you know, and, you know, and so I said to myself, oh, I would never do that. So I reply to everybody, bro, like, and it benefits, like, you know, when people say, man, you know, I thought you were you know, one of those guys, you know, never reply and blah, blah, blah. And they say, but bro, you're actually interacting with me. And then they say, bro, we're having a party in my garage, you know, come around. You know, I'm like, yeah, bro, all good.
Yeah, that's so cool, man.
But yeah, what about yourself?
Yeah, man, I reply to everybody, bro. Like, same, man. Reciprocate the time. Bro, someone's taking the time out to write you something. The least you could do is, even if it's not even that much even if it's not the like much that you reply back to them, you know, just show your appreciation, your gratitude, and that, just to say, bro, thanks for sending the time. I'm sending the time back to you. So I reply back to everybody, bro. And I hate seeing in my thing the requests. Yeah, right, it's gone, bro. Like, everybody in my thing gets messaged. The only people that don't message back is like if it's businesses that I don't want to talk to or something like that. If it's a business thing I don't really want to deal with, then I will leave that thing. But in terms of people who are genuinely like trying to reach out, bro, everyone gets a message back. Yeah. Thanks.
Man, I saw on social media the other day that there's a little video about that. I think it was an RNZ or something. That guy that he's on the benefit, and
Oh,
they don't show his face, but it was
yeah.
telling the story
Yeah.
about what he earns and
Yeah.
it's on the benefit and what he spends for his son.
That's tough.
Man, I saw the comments. Man, everybody's trying to help this guy out, man, for giving him a job, and
Yeah.
man, I was like, man, it was so
Even
cool.
just the story itself, man, it was heartbreaking, just to hear it. And man's just like, actually, he's trying to do something for his life. He's not sitting around and stuff like that. He's actually like trying to better his life, and it's for his son as well, man. When I heard the son was in there, and like, he said like he couldn't give his son a lolly in there from the show. I was like, man, it's such a crazy thing,
What was this on social media?
Yeah, I
That's
think
on
that's
Re News or something.
Yeah.
Re News, yeah.
So it's about a guy. So he'd been working his whole adult life, and then when COVID hit, he got made redundant. So he's just trying to live off on the makings and meet on the benefit. But I think he's talking about paying his rent and
Yeah, man, he's only left with like what looked like $98.
yeah,
bro. Like,
he's a child support and all these kind of things. But he's legit trying to, he's out
he's
there
applying for
trying
work,
job. Yeah.
He's got like experience, like and all that, and he's got a son as well, man. So he's like, and he looks after his son every weekend, takes his son every weekend, and man, he's just like really in the lows at the moment. And I was just like, well, I knew people were gonna reach out once they heard that story, because
Because I think the thing about people is like, if they see you trying to help yourself, then people go, okay, well, I'm going to reach out to this
exactly.
guy. But if he came on and he
came
goes,
out like,
man, I'm just mucking around in the
Yeah.
garage.
I'm just living my life.
I'm just waiting for the liquor store to open.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not going to get anyone, because
Nah,
people,
no way.
people reach out when they see people helping themselves.
That's
I think
true.
that's the one thing that really people can relate to. You know, that's when you'll get a response. But I don't think people feel inclined to respond to someone that's not willing to help themselves.
That's true. And that's the power of the internet. As
That's it, man. Like,
about that as
he's
well.
probably had like the most job offers now. And
Or even just
probably
to help,
sent
like,
money and
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
like that,
Man, people would have been sending him money and that. Oh, true. That's it here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at so much. Sick, yeah, man.
How good, bro.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man, to see.
You know how, so that's a little clip, that was an awesome clip. You know, with how you know how to use a camera now, and you know how to edit. And both of you, have you ever thought about making little clips about like just more serious stuff, like family stuff or topics that you like? Your life down in New Plymouth or things like.
Palmy,
sorry.
yeah.
You ever thought about making like real proper videos also? Or both of you? That's both of you.
Yeah. I'm in talks with a guy at the moment. He's actually my mate, but he's a videographer, and I wanted to showcase, no matter how big you make it, kind of. So he's got pretty rich mates in that. So I wanted to show like a guy in a Ferrari, right, and then just have the way that people look at you, like,
That's
like,
cool.
like that, and
Versus
then
what it's really like.
yeah, and then at the end he hops out of the Ferrari, and then when you see his feet, he's still wearing jandals and a lava, and it's kind of like, no matter how big you make it, never forget your roots, and kind of thing, and like try and give back, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So-
man, those kind of concept videos there.
Yeah. So I got that down the pipeline.
You know when you said when he steps out and you see his feet, I thought, is he gonna have hairy feet? That's why.
No, I gotta find the guy with nice feet.
He's gonna have
You gotta make sure,
pedicure and everything.
you see the guy help out, and then all his kids like, that's not his feet, man. They got a foot model for to do that, because there's a nicely trimmed toenails there.
Is that a French pity right there, man?
You gotta make sure the also goes in.
This guy just got a pedicure, man.
Oh, man, because he's rich, man.
Well, if he hopped out of the Ferrari with bad feet, they would sell all that money, and the man still can't do his toes.
Oh no.
But what about you? What about concept videos like that?
Man.
Stuff like that.
Bro, I wanted to do if you guys have been seeing on my story, I've been doing like a chicken and chips review.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe might take that seriously. I'm not too sure at this point, but yeah, I mean, if I was gonna do anything else, it'll probably be like something that I know, which is like eating food
Yeah.
and just reviewing stuff like that.
Bro, especially for someone like yourself that travels, you know,
Yeah,
quite a
around
bit.
the area. Yeah, I thought that'll be like. Another thing is that people really interact. Like people are really down to represent where they're from.
Yeah,
like you know, they're like, try it, and I'm like, are you sure you want to?
Yeah, yeah.
And like they want my opinion on what this tastes like. I'm just like, who am I to like? You like it, it's yours. But like, why you want to want me to express like my thoughts on it? You
Yeah.
know, so it's crazy that people think like that. But yeah, if I was gonna do anything in the works, it'll probably be something to do with food.
You know, so if someone reached out like that to you and they said, "Man, you got to come and try this potato top pie," this, are you gonna feel obliged to actually like it?
That's a thing, yeah.
You know,
like,
because you can taste it and you know it tastes
yeah.
like someone just is like dirt or something. But you're gonna go, "Man, this is good. Thank you for the recommendation." They go, "Oh, I bought 10 of these. You can take it."
Go, oh, yeah.
Take it to your house.
All right.
Take
The
it back
downside to
Tommy.
that is like, you know, you're the new guy that said it tasted good, not
And you're
the
sitting
guy
here-
that,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
told you.
Well, actually, and then people are gonna go, "Oh, solid."
And you're sending them
Regan
that
said
way.
it was me,
Yeah.
and they go and you, what part of Regan did you eat?" Because,
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
you know,
Ad, hashtag ad.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, I guess that would be something. Okay, now that we're talking about it, food difference between, Auckland and where you're down.
Oh, it's hard, man, because like I know where I like to eat. Like I know all my spots in there. Like so when I go somewhere, like I mean with the bakery run, like I've eaten there, but I don't like that place. But, sorry, Joe. But in terms of like Auckland versus wherever I go, like I just know where I like to eat, and I know
Yeah.
what I like to eat, and I
Yeah.
know what I'm into. And so when I go somewhere, like it's like a toss up of whether it's gonna be good or not. But what I'm referencing is like when I eat it, it doesn't remind me of something that I've eaten at home that I really enjoy. And if it matches, then that's how I score it, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
hate wasting money on food I don't like,
I
man.
hate
Yeah.
that, man. And bro, I get mad at the people who sent me there. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
bro, you made me waste like $10 on
Oh,
this
hard.
one, man. Bloody hell, I didn't even like it. And the other thing is like, I'm pretty ruthless, like when it comes to like if I like it or not. Hey, like I don't know, it's just like just because I know no one can touch me, and then I just gap it straight away from the bakery.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, in that space, like, bro, I just always just give it an honest like opinion, because.
Have you had businesses reach out to you, so they come and try them?
Oh, yeah, I've got one dude from Wellies. He's like, he's doing like a burger. He does like burger pop shops.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So yeah, he reached out to me. He told me to come out this week, but I was busy. So maybe like next week we're gonna link up and do some, eat some burgers. 'Cause,
Yeah. I know Peru's got some good food joints down there. I remember,
yeah.
I went to visit my brother. He was down at police college.
Yeah.
And they have the Peru markets.
Oh,
So,
yep,
but,
yep.
Bro, the market's open about 4 or 5 in the morning. I remember because we walked out of the bar down there.
Oh, and then
And yes, with all the other police recruits.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta try this lady. This is the first time I'd had deep fried kikipoa.
oh, yeah,
What's the who?
Yeah, man. And I ate it, and I said, man, this is nice. I could feel some of my arteries getting blocked up with this. But man, I was like, man, this is all worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's gonna take a couple of months of my life, but
Yo,
yeah.
like-
But I know that there's another restaurant down in Peru, like this Chinese restaurant down there. That's the goods, but
But yeah, they got all the spots over there. Like,
Yeah.
Polito is probably like, because it's like South Auckland, so
Yeah.
I mean that's the
Yeah.
And bro, if you're in like Palmy, there's no places where you can get that kind of stuff. Like, I'm trying to get like a Chinese tray, just a tray of Chinese, but got no spots over there. And like,
Bro, like food and social media, it's deadly, man. It's like saying, gee, your mum. You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
If you don't give a good, recommendation, and,
Yeah.
with food, bro, like people take food
especially
seriously on
if
social
people
media, man.
represent this. Like if you take the bakery run for example, like, man, people are real like. It's a precious thing to them, man. Like especially bakeries,
real
bro.
territorial, eh?
Yeah, real
Yeah.
territorial, man. Because like, people got memories there, and just in terms of like, just it's like a home thing, man. Like, it's like pissing on someone's like court, like
Yeah.
Like when I saw that bakery run of packs and that,
yeah.
I messaged them and I said, bro, that fucking place is shit.
You're getting mad, isn't it? They're eating there, right?
I was going, come to West Auckland, man.
Yeah, they said that Carson, the Carson bakery they went to,
Yeah.
was like, probably one of the
The
better ones.
chicken pies
they've had.
there.
Yeah. unmatched.
Off the scale.
Which
man.
custom one's that one? Near the
The
school?
one,
Or,
no. Next to Stanley's roast. Next to Stanley's roast,
Oh, and the...
where the Ripco was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And there.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
nice.
Sim's the man, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so entertaining to watch these things, man. Like, yeah, he really hit a good spot of like this kind of lane of like pies and that.
Yeah.
Got it as that he got there first, and I didn't get there at all.
That was a niche.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's because when you have family in Australia, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's always usually the first thing they go to is
that's the bakery.
is
Yeah,
the bakery. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
and they have the, like you said, like if you're from out west, you're gonna bypass
Yeah.
every bakery and make sure you go
because
to
you know
your-
which one you like.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
know
your
the one.
preference. You
Yeah.
know? So yeah.
100%. Every time my family come back here, man, it's like from the airport straight to the bakery
Yeah.
and then home.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's
it.
like, fuck the luggage, just take me to the bakery.
But you're guaranteed like 5 days of just bad food, eh? I mean, just
100%.
Bro, that
bad
sounds
eating.
mean for me,
Hey, so it's
man.
bakery in the morning.
That's
So
it.
we've got to go to that Chinese.
Yeah, gotta
Chinese
pop in
spot.
there.
Yeah, get that.
I
Oh,
gotta
no, I
get-
remember the chicken wings from over here.
Hard out,
And
man.
next minute, 10 kgs.
Yeah. 10 kgs and empty wallet.
Yeah, that's it.
And you can't jump on the flight because you're extra 10 kgs over.
And you're waving to them, but you know that you've just paid the excess for all the pies, all the pies and the chips that you put on
and
the
all
box. You
cookies
know.
and that,
What's the,
man.
when it comes to people that have reached out, what's the furthest or the most odd place that you've got a message from? You know.
I wouldn't say. I don't know, actually. Yeah.
So I know you'd have a big following in Australia as well.
Yeah.
And over
Australia.
like the Samoans over in America and that. The Islanders, sorry.
Yeah.
Have you had
I'm
a
just trying to
Australian?
think I've seen on my analytics, I think like one, I saw 0.1 in the UK, which was pretty weird. So I don't know who's watching down those ways. But
I reckon that's probably Charles Puto and all the...
yeah,
Yeah,
true
man.
that. Yeah. Actually, it might
It's
be
all
because
all the rugby guys,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because most likely get one of those. But in terms of like, no, nobody's reached out to me to tell me that they're watching from certain places. Would it be just like Australia? Would probably be like Perth and all that jazz.
How about in the States? Because there's a lot of islanders over there.
Oh no, I haven't.
But-
haven't heard anything from the States yet.
I guess their humour is probably different to ours.
It
isn't
is, bro.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Big
Poly humor over there is
Yeah.
way different, eh? Hard.
Well, I'm saying that, but because a lot of your stuff is a lot like Two Fingers, it's all skits kind of.
Yep.
And Two Finger blows up when he goes over to
Yeah,
America.
true.
So he might have just kind of, hopefully, he's kind of swayed their humor from that kind of stand-up humor to the kind of humor
Yeah,
that we
that kind of
can.
skip making
Yeah.
humor.
Because
Eh?
really, like us as Islanders, we're natural. We love those kind of plays and that. Cause go back to White Sundays and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The importance of those plays in that.
Yeah.
You can tell kind of. That's why we can sit and put ourselves in those kind of the audience according to like.
I don't, like, I could point out, like, say, that pie clip that I done.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
over here we'll see it as like, this guy being with his pie, just share it. But over there, it's probably like, nah, man, we family, man. We share
true
everything,
that,
man.
true that, yeah.
Blah, blah. And stuff like with the Pokemon and that,
Yeah.
It's like, man, why are you doing jokes about little kid stuff,
Yeah,
true,
But
yeah.
they kind of don't see the funny side of, because there was always a childhood thing for us, like
Yeah.
racing home from school to go and watch Dragon Ball Z or,
Yeah.
Pokemon.
There's a bit of
and stuff
nostalgia
like
in
that.
there as well, yeah.
So I guess that's where the difference is with the American, the polys over there in America, and
Yeah, well, I guess like you're saying, it would probably only be certain skits that would resonate with them.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
disciplinary stuff, the
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
Yeah.
yo, that's my dad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get the strap, kind of.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
use different.
Go give me the
switch.
gun.
Wait.
Go get my 9mm.
Hey. The shotty, eh?
Boy, put on the code and get the M16 from the club. Man, you'll never hear that in New Zealand. Man.
We're 100.
I think I like about your stuff, Regan, is the characters you've created. The different characters, and you got a few of them.
Yeah.
You got a few of them. Even your latest one, Alexo, that's a character in
Yeah,
itself. Like,
that's itself, bro.
have you thought about new skits to try and build up those other characters you have to have go into more?
Yeah, so Auntie was like one of my favorite characters, the one with the missing tooth.
Yeah,
And like to play that is like, it's fun, man, because like you get to do some outrageous things, bro, and like. it's sort of like a pass. You get a pass
Yeah,
because
yeah,
everyone like knows an auntie like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So yeah, I always like playing her and like trying to develop that character as well. Big Hotty's another one, which is like a gang member kind of role that I play, and like bro, I'll put him in almost anything that's gang related in that. But yeah, in terms of like developing more characters, definitely on the way. Another one was this new cop guy, man. Wow, this was like random man running that cop because on my story, like I just started like you just start doing random stuff and then you're like, oh, I can run another idea and another idea of it.
Yeah.
You mind taking off your hoodie there, mate? Yep, sure thing. Do you even know who I am? It's just before you start, you're being recorded. Yep. Was it because I'm brown? You wouldn't be doing this if I was an island, eh? Nah, sorry, I didn't have a pen, eh? Must be no ticket then, eh? The reason is because I've already failed my learner's license 5 times, okay? Now I was going to sort out my warrant, eh? Actually, I'm on my way there now.
Yeah, I've used that one.
I know my rights, mate. Lock me up, Gio. You have a good day too, officer. Cheers. What I'm reading, Oh, sorry about that.
Even we developed this cop and just running off it's funny, man. Like the things that you can do when you've got authority and stuff like that, and they're just being like doing dumb stupid stuff with it. So yeah, that's another character that I've been enjoying to play.
And you can do so much with it, because like so many people have their their own instances with certain cops, and you always hear the stories about how you got away with this, or I got in shit for this.
Yeah, man, you can just do some outrageous things. Just love like. Because one of the things I was doing was I was just making up random laws that I was just coming up with. It was just funny, man. Just having fun with that character, like of a police authority character was mean.
We talked about your attention to detail and how you prepare your skits and stuff. Just me watching that last skit, like me, I'm a big movie fan. So, like, just your little things like those transitions between the different people in the car. Yeah. Man, that's awesome, mate. Just little things like that.
Detail.
I take notice of.
Yeah, that's that, bro. I love when people
makes a big
that.
difference, man.
I love when people like notice that, even in the comments and that, when they say, "Oh, bro, I love how you like little subtle things like you've picked up on a heaps of them," and I'm going, "Bro, thank you," because like,
I think that one where you're wearing that badge and his name was
bro.
Shucks, I forgot what it was.
It was Harley Henny Balls.
Yeah.
And like for someone just like not anyone's gonna just read it or whatever. Like you're not just, but there's something there. Like little subtle jokes in there that like not many people are gonna pick up on. So yeah, I appreciate anybody who can like pick up on the details, brother. Thank you.
If you're like there's different characters, so you've got about 5 different characters in that one.
Oh yeah.
Are they all? They must be based on. Are they based on people that you?
Yeah. Or just like things that
I know the SquarePants guy with the. I'm recording this. And, I know my rights. There are people. Like,
exactly. I just take it from experience or just things that you might have already seen in that, and just like putting your little twist on it in that. So I mean, in terms of like experience in that, it's either something that I've either heard or something I've experienced myself. All based in the hood or being a poly.
Have you got a Balangi character?
Oh no, not really. Yeah, I haven't really thought of like anybody who. If I'm wearing glasses, that's usually somebody that I
like a Harold.
Yeah, or something like that. Like it'll be like somebody really,
it's a very
really
white
posh.
name.
Yeah, really posh or something like that. But I didn't really have a based, a base character on a Balangi or anyone.
I remember back in the days, I used to watch Living Colour.
Oh yeah.
And same thing, all those different skits, but the characters in that show, man, they were like memorable. Boy. Like I remember David Allen Greer, he played like a guitar player.
Yeah.
And he played all these songs, but they're like mean songs. Like Like he went to a funeral and he was singing the song and he was like saying all the bad stuff the guy did, cheating on his wife. And
that sounds good, eh?
Yeah,
it's
hilarious.
That's what, like, bro. When I do raps and stuff like that, Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to make it funny, but I'm trying to make it sound appealing, like in your ear. Like it's like, oh, dude actually got some bars and he can actually flow, but at the same time it's funny. And I think that's like when it comes to writing these kind of like parody raps, I think that's like it's way harder to write comedy raps than it is to write normal raps, because like you got to make it funny at the same time. Like it's not like
Plus,
you can
you got to make it rhyme.
yeah, you know, like you can tell a story, which is mean as a normal rapper. You can tell a story, you can tell a punchline, which is hard. But to write something that is like actually funny, and then it sounds mean, like that's a real, that's the spice on it, man. It's like
100%.
Because I love the one that you done. It was based on the Shaggy.
yeah,
And it's about because that was that video that came out during COVID.
yeah,
So that was what kept everyone. So that video and the Tiger King, or whatever, those were the two big things I remember from COVID.
Yeah.
And that I just kept, because I always kept watching. Because that video makes me laugh.
Yeah,
It still makes me laugh now. Oh really? And when you done the song, I was going, bro, this guy's got his hand on the pulse, because that's
yeah. You got to be quick, man. Did you feel like that's like a race?
100%.
Bro, honestly, because like it's honestly a race to like who's. Like it's a race to the loot, man. Pretty much, like and everybody's like got an idea or got a concept, and I bet you everybody's thinking about the same thing. But like in terms of like making raps and stuff like that, I feel like it's a hard thing to try and write.
How long did that take you? Because you're saying like it's a race, so you're kind of like conscious of the time, so you're trying to get it out before, just in case someone does it, or has the even. Because the thing is, the crazy thing is, like, if you done that video and someone kind of had something even a bit similar, people would be, so this guy's biting off this guy. So you're gonna try and
sometimes, man, like I've beaten Terrell to heaps of ideas, and we've got the same idea. And he's like, damn, there was one that he done as well. It was the Don't Leave Me one, and he leaves his son and he gives it onto the airport. He gives it, and I go, I was too slow on that one, but that was one that I had. So yeah, I mean, in terms of like just trying to race and trying to get to the joke before everybody else, man, it's a hard one, bro.
100%. And
I'll be interested in doing it anyway to see which is the better one, or not, or see who's got a different sort of take on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It might be the same idea, but the way it's executed might be different.
When I saw Terrell's one, I go, nah, this was done way better. Like you gotta just accept, like, okay, man, this was done way better than what I thought of trying to do. And I always said, bro, it's like it's not the first, it's not who done it first, it's who done it best. Like, I mean,
I'd like to see, between all us, comedians, like just throw an idea out there.
Oh, bro, that
and then we
so
just all,
mean, man.
All have our own take on that idea,
Bro, that would be such a challenge. That's like a solid show right there, man.
100%, man.
And then you just take your camera crew or whatever, and then you go shoot a skit, and you come back, and then you post it out.
100%.
I mean, in all seriousness, have you guys thought about doing it for real? Like getting on something on YouTube and just getting content out there on YouTube?
Oh man, I really do, man. I'm like
have a proper like
have a go at it.
comedy sketch series, half an hour show.
Just put that together.
Maybe 5 or 6 skits in half an hour. Put it in the show.
Bro, that would be mean.
I would love to.
Yeah, same. Do you feel like funding is a massive thing? Like, bro, money is like, that's the only question there. Like, it's just getting the funding to do these kind of things, bro. I would love to do these kind of stuff, like big shows and stuff like that. I mean, like any of my skits that I've done, man, I could have done it on a way bigger scale if I had a bit more money. To do it, it would have been would have hit way bigger. But I just feel like funding is a big factor in order 100%. To get it off the ground there.
And like even like with time, if I had all the time in the world to do it, because like I have to do my skits when I put my kids down.
That's it,
And then I've got to do all my housework and everything else, just
gotta
like
do
a
life
normal person.
Beforehand,
But if I had the time and the funding, bro, I would hit it hard. Like like there's people like Terrell and that they've left their jobs and they can just fully focus on content and stuff like that. But, good on them, but if I had that, I'll probably be doing the same.
So is that like maybe a long-term goal? Like, I guess William White would be the example. Like, he got his skit show on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, get all you guys together and then... Because that is really a possibility. I mean, if you went to someone and said, look, us 5 guys here, us content creators, we've gotten together, and if you give us X amount of money, we're going to, we can do this for you. You know, that's
something that
that's
could be
probably
in the mix.
Yeah.
And the other thing is with funding, like you can get funding for web series now. Like it's not just TV. Like you can get it on the web.
I guess with web series, the cool thing about it is that there's no, there would
Yeah,
probably
there's
be no
nothing.
restriction.
No, there isn't, bro. Yeah,
Because,
you can just post it up as raw as you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's always in the mix, bro. So, wow, yeah, definitely would be keen.
How would you transition your video skits into like a live performance? Hire a hall, do it on stage, cover charge.
Man, that would be crazy. Yeah,
Think of how many people show up to that, man. You know.
But is it? But would it be possible because you're playing all your characters? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that would be hard. Like you'd have to play the like, say take the cop scene. You'd have to play the cop, and then you'd have to be
Jump in the scene,
to the other
yeah.
guy. I guess it would only work if there was
A crew of us,
these, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you make your characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It would be
true.
hard to find someone that could play the
from that-
character
yeah.
the way that you play it.
Exactly.
I guess if you do it a bit like a Key and Peele kind of,
Yeah, that would be
awesome.
awesome.
you
That would
know,
be awesome.
something like that. You know, then it would work. But yeah,
Because Key and Peele, like a lot of their subject matter, it's quite it's quite raw, right?
Yeah.
Like, when
It's
you watch
really
it.
good too,
and
man.
it's funny.
Oh,
Like
so
it's
good.
sometimes it's a bit of an uncomfortable kind of
Bro,
funny.
honestly.
I
Hey.
love them, man.
Yeah.
I get those like piss me off moments when somebody's just done something and it's just like, fuck, it's so good.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Bro, I get mad. I
Or
get real
like that,
mad, man.
They've done one of the substitute teacher that gets the names right.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, that is so relevant here.
Well, imagine that. Bro,
We
so,
just run the same thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
but there wouldn't be an issue though. Like I reckon if you've done that skit,
Yeah.
went into it like and done it, because you that kind of that storyline's been done before. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's the substitute teacher that goes and gets things wrong, or
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
abused. So I don't think there'd be an issue if you actually came out with the same thing, but related it back
flipped it
to
this way,
Samoan
yeah.
or
Yeah,
Island.
yeah.
Sorry, Pacific Island names
Yeah,
in it
yeah.
because we all know Balangi teachers have come and they've
Yeah.
got they've got your name wrong. They've said in a funny way, and everyone else kind of laughs.
Yeah,
because-
yeah.
That's true.
yeah.
I don't know. Like I always like have in the back of my mind like it's kind of like a taboo thing, like to touch on that. Like say if you had an idea and you had a skit that you done years ago and I kind of retouched on it. Like
Would
is it like a taboo thing? Like
I think
So-
if you could do it better than I done, I reckon it would be like, or if you had a way different flip on it, would be all good. I don't think I've ever. I don't know, because you don't even know what ideas have been taken. Like we're coming to the game so late, me and you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, there's been so many dudes before us that we don't even know if the idea's been taken,
Yeah.
and we don't know subliminally in our mind if we've seen it
And
before.
that's
You
it.
know.
And that's hard about like creating stuff. Is like you always think, man, did I watch that somewhere?
Yeah, you know, bro. Even with raps and stuff, like when I'm writing raps, I go, did I make this bar up or have I heard this somewhere?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I've just
yeah, yeah.
I've just written it. Like, yeah, man. So
Yeah.
it's a hard one, man.
I remember listening to Dre Skrilla on Nate Now's
Yeah.
talk show, and he said that he purposely doesn't look at anyone else's skits because he wants to come fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want any influence,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just do what he's doing.
Yeah, that's a good take on it. I just love the competitiveness, like watching somebody drop something and then they go, "Wow, this is so good."
And I like
I'm
that
jumping
shock,
on there.
Yeah.
And I like the excitement that I get when I see a video. I go, "Yo!" Like this,
Yeah.
because you don't like. You just drop it and you don't even know when it's coming. Like nobody goes, "Oh, I'm coming out with a video at this point, at this time. Get ready."
Yeah.
Bro, it's just the bomb just drops, man. Like it's just like, oh yo, like this guy's dropped a new video. Like I get excited when I see yours, Chris's, Johnny's, bro. When I see if I see Johnny's one come up, I was like, fuck, that's a mean one to watch. You know,
Like when it's done so well, like how Johnny, he has a scene where the guy comes and he slaps himself.
Yeah.
You know, when you see it like executed so well, man. Bro, it just adds to the humor. And it's like, man, that was, he killed it on that. you know?
Are you talking about the one where he's like he's playing that
song
with his dad?
Yeah.
The WAP,
What were we talking about?
Yeah.
And then he puts that that sound puts that's the emphasis, the punchline.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
Like the sound effects, the move of his neck.
Yeah,
when he does
that's
that,
it.
you know?
Yeah, man.
It's
Just-
those details, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna run it back to
100%.
details, bro. That's
Yeah.
the things
Yeah.
that just like make it that much better, you know.
Yeah, and that's why I'm so nitpicky about.
Yeah.
I'll cut the scene now. Fuck it, just redo it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think it's okay to have a different take on the same idea.
Yeah, man.
I
You
think it's
reckon?
like, I know in stand-up comedy, it's the taboo thing is to straight plagiarism.
Yeah.
Straight copy the
Straight
line
steal
for
the
line.
joke.
Yeah.
Line for line joke.
Yeah,
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
But I think it's all right to have a different take.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah,
idea.
man. That's like me, cause just being able to flip it and just making it yours.
Yeah. Well, so long as you flip it and put your
Yeah,
own taste
exactly,
on it, not
bro.
just
Yeah.
like plagiarism.
You know the funny thing is, like, I know with other cultures and that they didn't care about that kind of stuff, but with us Islanders, there's kind of like a mutual respect. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I can't do that because those was already done that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's the cool thing
Yeah,
about
that's true, man.
Yeah.
But that's us Islanders. Like, oh man, I don't want to be seen as
Yeah.
a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Bali,
that is-
man. I mean, other people on Facebook and that, they'll take someone's joke and just do it verbatim.
Yeah.
And I'm
Straight
like,
away.
I'm sure I've seen this joke before, and then I've seen and then like they'll add, oh yeah, this was my brother, and that's the same people.
Bro.
Like they got, there's no shame.
So
But
have
with-
that name tag biter
Yeah.
like attached to your name.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro, this guy stole your idea, and then tagged him in the thing, man. And they're like, gee, this guy stole your. That's like, gee, this guy stole your status or something like that. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, that's it. They're like, it's funny because I see that on Instagram all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Someone put the
Facebook
same status.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw that on Inspirational
Yeah,
Quotes.
yeah,
It's
he
like,
was-
I think it's all right if it's a trend. Like
Ah,
if
yeah.
you jump on a trend,
Yeah.
then that's cool.
Okay,
But
yes,
if you do like a one-off thing and then you see somebody do the exact same thing, then
Yeah.
Like was it Tayo P?
yeah, bro. Yeah, the baby,
The baby
trend,
one.
that was fun, man.
That trend, bro, that was so good, man.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
The
naming
babies,
of the
yeah,
baby.
yeah. So jumping on that was fun to do as well.
So that's more like a trend thing, like a Snapchat kind of thing. Like you wouldn't make it would you make it a proper skit?
I think he made a series out of
Yeah,
it.
he made a
anyway.
series.
Okay.
He went hundies on it,
Yeah.
and then
No, but other people, it's a trend.
everybody
Okay.
else was jumping on it as
Yeah.
well. It's just like, oh man, watch out because you could be naming your baby the same name as somebody else.
Yeah.
Nice name. Short for Emma or Emily? MDM. Oh.
And then man, when we like, because he was killing it, man, and then I was
Yeah.
like, how do I go and like fucking like turn it up,
Yeah,
man? And then
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, all right, grab the green screen out, and took my one up, like yeah, I just wanted to flip it on its head,
Yeah.
and then I was like, yo, I'm not gonna touch this trend anymore. You already seen what what I'm here to do. I'm trying to fucking finish this trend,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So but that was fun to make, bro.
It was so good, eh?
Bro. Oh man.
Oh, huge. What's his name, bro? Ben. Oh, another Benjamin.
That's
to add to the fun. Kia ora, Benjamin. Bender. Oh, huge. What's his
Too
name?
good.
But just
bro.
see, that's act like the
it, bro.
acting as well
Bro.
makes it, because you can't be Ma.
Nah, no way.
Like
You
remember
gotta
White
come,
Sunday?
man.
Yeah, I mean, White Sunday, and you're like shaking and all that. This like you're just gonna be natural, and
Yeah.
it's probably just getting over this. It must be strange, like when you first going into like the acting part and all that. Does it feel? Is this more natural now?
Yeah,
Is
it's,
it
yeah.
Just
I
oh,
just,
mind you said your voice been a bit of a
yeah,
performer,
but
eh?
even just like just jumping in. You have you collabed with anyone yet? Have you done a collab with someone? Like
No.
oh yeah, so like that's the hard part, man. Is when you're acting with somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's two of you. It's sort of like you guys are undressing for the same first time, bro. Like, because you're about to show each other. It's what it is, bro.
Wait, literally,
You're
or-
about no, yeah, wait. Oh, wait, this is for RE18 content. Sorry. But, like, you're pretty much, because you're about to show each other what you got,
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
it's like, it's a comfortable feeling at the start, man. Like, you're trying to, like, act and like that. If the other person isn't really feeling comfortable at the same time,
Yeah.
you know, you're gonna come with the same energy. Bro, all these people that I've like collabed with, fuck, it's been real hard, man, trying to open up. Like,
Yeah.
bro, as much as I am like talking and stuff like that, if we put the camera on and we just start acting, it's like, fuck, it's a different thing. Yeah, like it feels way different than actually like being able to talk and even like we could be boys, like we're boys here talking now, and then bro, put the camera on and just oh you go or like oh wait let me because you know like because you're showing that side of you that no one sees, you know.
Well, like me growing up, like what you see on my videos, that was always me, but I never like to show that side because I was real introverted,
you know, that's like me, bro.
And like now, like if I was to do a skit with you, I'd like to be that person to break that ice and just
just go away,
show you my
that's
ugly
like
side.
Yeah, that's me right now.
And that's me now.
Yeah.
You know, but like before, I wish I had shown everybody, what I'm doing now back then. Because that was the real me. What you see on my videos.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a guy till I die. Yeah. And bro, it's a shame that I kind of hid that away from, even my family, my friends, and that. I felt like I had to, cover that side up.
Bro, that's like me, man. I feel like I turned down my entire life, like back, like when I was just growing up, bro. Because like it's a thing where you're just like, oh, nah, don't do this. Like everyone's kind of like, And bro, I'm the oldest of my family, man. So I'm the oldest grandchild on both my sides of my family. I'm the oldest sibling. So it's sort of like a rip where you're supposed to be like a leader for your fams and that. You shouldn't be like, shouldn't be doing this stuff, but like. Yeah, it's a thing where you just feel like out of place when you're like doing this kind of thing,
100%.
It's crazy feeling, man.
For you, how did you break past that? How did you break through?
I think, bro, moving away, bro, was a massive factor for like it helped me big time, because like even just being at home doing the skits when I was still here in Auckland, like I used to be like just do those like quiet little acting ones and like because you like people in the other room and you're like you don't want to go hundies and that, bro. When I'm at my home, bro, it's just like I can just be who I am, man. I just feel so free, It's an awesome feeling. So I guess moving away would have been a massive factor for me. Just having my own space. It's been mean, bro.
Man, even when I did that, I did a skit with my brother and we had to go out in public. Like if that was the old me. I would never do that. Like if someone was walking past, I'll just go, just wait till that guy.
Yeah.
But now it's just fuck, who gives a shit, man?
Yeah.
Push record, let's go.
Yeah.
Do
you feel like every collab with anyone in the future? Do you feel like your energy will be like have people going
calm down?
Yeah. Not even calm down. Like fuck, this guy's like it makes me feel like like
intimidated.
Intimidated almost. Yeah.
But like
that's how I feel. Though.
But I want to embrace that.
That's it. Because you want the best out of your skit.
That's it, man.
That's it.
Like if I'm gonna come with that energy, like if we're gonna collab, like I want to see what you got. I want that same energy.
That's it, bro. That's exactly.
Because that's what your viewers expect. What they see on there. I want to see that when we collab.
And that's the other thing is with energy, bro. Like we're matching it. Like I love when I'm collabing with somebody who can match the same energy that I got. If it's off, then I'm just like I feel like a dick. Like I feel like an idiot because I'm just going hundies and you're like
The other
the other person's just like okay.
But I feel like I should give you that respect to show you my ugly side if we're going to collab.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know if it's like a comedy thing or an art thing that we should always give our best.
That's it, bro. Yeah, I mean that's my mindset about this whole thing is like just bro, you want the best out of the skit, and you want the best out of like the content as well, like
100%.
Once it goes up, because I tell heaps of people that I'm like, bro, once it goes up and you watch it back and you looking like an idiot because you didn't go hard, like
that's it.
For me, listening to you now talk about energy, talk about your collabs with people you have on your skit and the way things have to be in front of the camera and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you should have been a director in a different life? Because man, that's like the same kind of things.
Yeah, man. Bro, even like I just hope to, like I hope one day I could do some sort of like directing that, man. I have like a idea for like not a movie, but just a trailer to like maybe even just pitch. It's not even a full story, but it's like a love story between a window washer and just a random, like maybe even just a palangi rich girl. She falls in love with a window washer, you know, and it's sort of like the guy's like, you know, the family's like, why are you going out with him? You know, it's a thing, like, you know, it's just a little story here. I haven't really like thought about the whole thing, but like in terms like that, like I want to make something like that, you know, which is like, I hope one day I do get to make something like that. So.
Well, that's bad, man.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Oh man.
And that all means, like I think the cool thing now is that you've got the followers that will, whatever you put out there, they're gonna support you.
Yeah.
You know, because I guess because of your content, it's all about positivity. Because when you talk about energy, like it's people can tell whether you're a eats guy. You know, and like when it comes to energy, like you can tell it's legit or it's palpable or it's sincere. Like when we watch your videos, man, I know it's true. Like, but it's not like cut and that was fantastic, guys. You know, the change into the script. But you know, like that, man. That's I can just because I can picture, man, that was awesome, man. You know, hard. And that's the cool thing about social media. You'll get caught out on that kind of stuff if you come with the
Yeah, man.
The faking.
You'll see some. Yeah, you'll see some in the game as well, right?
Like I've had a guy message me from a poly guy from Australia, and he goes, "Bro, can you do me a favor? Can you look at my skits?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, bro. Send them through." And then he asked me, "Give me your honest opinion." I watched it, and it was him and his brother, and I was going, "Fuck, this is shit," because you know. One person's coming in handy, and then the brother is giving a half-ass performance. You know?
There's half-mile ones.
Yeah, you know, it's like bullying the brother into hurry up, fuck, come do the skit with me, you know. And bro, I just messaged him. I said, bro, sorry, bro, but that was shit, man. Like one was on, but the other, you know, wasn't coming with the same energy.
You
know, and then, bro, he just gave me the biggest praise. He go, thanks, man. Thanks for not being an eat-ass and just saying, you know, with those friends, you know, fuck, you're a good singer, bro. You know, let's go karaoke together.
Let's go to American Idol. American Idol. And,
you know what I mean? You just got to be straight up. And I told that guy, and he took it as, you know, good
feedback. Yeah, that's good, man.
Because that's pretty out there to actually put yourself out there. Like, hey, can you just
100%?
Because you're showing like a bit of vulnerability.
That's it. That's what I mean when you're collabing with somebody and do you know him, or even if you don't know them, like, it's just that you're showing yourself to them. That's what I mean. Like, you're undressing for the first time. You're like, you're looking at me, man. You're looking at me and what I have, and I'm looking at you, what you got, you know.
And you're impressed.
And my physique, like in the physique and that, and you know, that's what I mean, bro. It's crazy.
No, I was doing a performance with Ron Jeremy.
Oh no! What the heck?
You gotta come with that energy, you know. That's the term
big dick energy, man.
That's it. Hey, you coming with that energy, or you coming with the? Come on, man. Just open up the road.
Hurry up, man. Show nuts, man. Let's go.
Show me why they call you Big Daddy Fassa. Come on, man.
So speaking of collaborations, you two gonna do? I heard you two gonna.
We were supposed to link up today. We're trying to link up today, but I mean, if we can run with them tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's written that one?
I got one on the mix. I know you got one.
I got a few in mind.
Yeah. So I mean, what are your thoughts on because you haven't collabed with anyone, but do you feel like the person who came up with the idea should take the video? No. What are your thoughts on two people posting the same video? Do you think that should happen? I always like, I'm like those ones is like, or not even if I came up with the idea, when I'm just like, we'll just run it off one account. Bro, I've given ideas away to heaps of people, and like, I'm just like, oh yeah, you take the video, it's all good. It's like, I don't really mind, but I just wanted to come from one place. I don't want it to be like I got all these comments, and then, or like, you got all these comments, whatever.
Like for me, like, bro, this is big, like, to jump on one of your videos.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't care. I've collabed on that video. That's enough.
Yeah,
for
I mean
me.
that's that's my
that's enough for me.
My thoughts is the idea's been created.
Yeah.
I don't care like who's got it. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't really care who's got it as long as the video's been created. That's it. Like whoever takes it, I really don't mind. But I'm like, let's not both post the video together.
Yeah.
Because like I'm
You
just
want
happy.
the one source though.
Yeah,
innit?
you just want it to reflect from one place, regardless of who's got it. Yeah.
But I think that's a valid point though. So whoever's story it is,
Yeah.
it should be their.
Yeah.
Because that's their, that belongs to them. The idea was born with,
Yeah. That's what I mean. But in saying that, bro, it's exactly what you were saying. Like, there comes to a point where you just love making like content where you don't really care where it goes or who's got it.
Bro.
Like,
and that's what it is, man.
yeah. And a lot of people will say, "Oh, no, we'll probably go better on your page." But at the same time, I'm like, "No, we'll just post it like for your sake. Like, just give you a."
Speaking of collaborations and that, have you ever you've written it, you've come up with the idea, and you tell them the punchline, and you tell them, and they go, "No, I think you should. We should."
Bro, that was that Mahi one, bro. Like, he didn't tell me the punchline or anything, but Trix didn't tell me the punchline. But he was just going to this. I was like, bro, and you know how Mahi means this, and he was like this. Oh yeah. Oh, should we? Yeah, we'll do it then. Hurry up then. We'll do it then. Yeah. Bro, we just finished doing his mean ass one. I took the time to cut it up, edit it, and I was like, oh yeah, my turn. And he was like, yeah, all right, hurry up then. Go sit on the chair.
And then that turns out to be the.
Yeah, it turned out to be.
It's always those ones, eh?
Yeah,
Those kind of hidden, like the ones.
You never know, yeah. But I was just saying, like that's one of the ones that we're sitting around the table and man's just going, yeah, all right. We'll just do it. And then it went off, and then after that, man messaged me, and he was like, yeah, you're welcome. Oh, okay. So, you bastard, man. Bloody hell.
You mentioned that you've given ideas away.
Yeah.
Have you seen them come up on videos?
Yeah.
As skits and.
Like we've created the video together, like as a collab,
okay, yeah.
and then I've said, like take the video, like it's all good, like I'm on it, doesn't really matter, to me. The video is made, like we created it. It's the idea is gone now, so it doesn't really matter who holds it. We did one with one of my bros. His name's Busky. It was a pull up in a turban.
Oh,
And,
he's so
yeah, it was a pull up in a turban, and bro, that was like I knew if I had it, it would have gone, like it would have soared off. But I was going, bro, like. You're the bro. Let's run one for you, and and then that's how we ran that one. I was probably not going to be on his on this page. I think it got taken down, but it's on his Facebook page. It's on his Facebook page.
I saw the one you done with him about him just coming out of jail.
Yeah. And that was even like, bro, I chopped it all up in that. Like I spent it's my time chopping it all up in that. But for me to it's not anything for me to just who cares? He's got it, bro. We all here making it out, bro. It's just about having fun. My fault is it's about having fun and just the passion of
just spreading that positivity.
Yeah, man. Just having that passion to create something is mean, man.
So with your video editing, who do you look to, or who you look up to, like to get all your ideas for the editing?
Yeah,
stuff?
bro, major person that I tend to get ideas from is Johnny Silvassa, bro. He's like a big
goat here,
yeah, bro. In terms of things that you can do in terms of skits and stuff like that, yeah, bro. He's a massive part in that kind of style. Like even little things, like even with the swiping transition and even the swipes, even the sound effects.
Yeah.
Bro, I went and fished for all those sound effects. At one point, I was ripping these videos and turning them grabbing the sound effects from the videos, bro, because they were so good, bro.
Yeah.
And you're going, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
When did you do that?
Oh shit, because I should have just done that. Yeah. But I mean, any of the sound effects he had, bro, I was ripping them off, ripping them from the internet, and then just taking the audio of that sound effect and just chucking it in my videos, bro. So man's is a trendsetter in the space, bro.
And saying that, bro, who would be your ultimate collab?
Oh,
You see me?
shakers.
You see me?
You. The real big
Oh,
daddy
just because we're on the podcast, man.
Shit. No.
No, but for real, who would be your ultimate collab
Oh, bro, yeah, probably Jimmy, bro. If we
Yeah.
if we could run one together, there's something in the works, but
Yeah.
just about timing and stuff like that. But Jimmy would be one that I'd be like, yeah, because I mean, bro, it would have been me to do all the Cougar Boys at the time. But I mean, I got
Yeah.
one with Terrell, which is all good. But yeah, Jimmy, just to get one, just to say it's
Yeah.
been done there, you know.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nice. Sonny Jim.
Oh, bro, he's so cool, eh?
Bro,
Like,
I feel like, just jumping the fence and just going, can we do get together?
is he your neighbor?
Not my neighbor, but
is he a Tet?
he's a Glendine boy.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So like he's literally a couple of streets over.
Yeah.
I saw one of his videos just today,
Yeah.
and he was doing a rant. I think it's that one there, the top one.
Oh yeah, bro, that was a hit.
Did you see that one?
Boy, that is so good.
I was reading the comments, and there were some haters on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Make a fucking stand right here, right fucking now. We need to spread the word, get the fucking message out there for fuck's sakes.
Bro, so good, man.
My fucking girlfriend asked me today, babe, can you stay home this weekend?
One
You know,
take.
hang out, chill, spend some fucking time together, which is fucking fair enough, you know? Because I've pretty much been out every single fucking weekend this whole fucking year. It's fucking understandable. So she asked me, babe, can you stay home this weekend? And I told her again, fuck! The weekend is for the fucking boys! Woo! Don't fucking message me! Don't fucking ring me! Don't even fucking attempt to fucking contact me till at least late Sunday! I'm gonna be a fucking state this weekend! I'm gonna be a fucking mess! Every fucking weekend!
Bro, honestly, yeah, that's another dream collab. Like, we're gonna
Oh,
look at that
man.
today. He's the man, bro. Sonny Jim's on, eh?
You know, we talked about, like, we're talking about dark humor. I guess him and Dre Schooler, they kind of touch on topics that
Yeah, bro.
are kind of like not...
Yeah, like
you know,
taboo stuff, man.
Yeah,
Like,
when he's
yeah.
talking, like his videos back on the fries.
Yeah, bro. Back on the gear.
Yeah.
Back on the gears are
gears.
massive, bro. Like,
100.
you know?
Man, like I always, because like I always get a few messages, or not always, but like I've gotten a few messages like, gee, can you do some moldy ones, you know? Like I wish I could, man, but it's not my place to.
From that, yeah. That's not my lane or that's my style in there. Eh?
But I would love to, but
There's somebody who
Just-
does it already, you know, and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
You know, but yeah, Skrilla and them, bro, they touch on topics like
Yeah.
jail, prison,
Yeah.
drugs, and like, bro, just all that stuff that I couldn't do. I couldn't do properly. Like,
Yeah.
they serve it real justice, man, because they've been there, they live their life too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 100.
you know, they do it well. And like for me, I'm just like those poser guys.
That Sonny Jim skit that was on Facebook. I was reading some of the comments. Some of the comments were like serious comments. Shouldn't drink and drive. You know,
Oh no.
just grow up. You know, you're old enough to not do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's when
Yeah.
man, that's comedy.
Yeah.
And that's what I talked about. That's what I asked you is like in the beginning of this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, what you shouldn't worry about how people react because
That's
it's
true.
comedy.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like, it's to make people laugh.
That's
Yeah.
true, bro.
And I laughed because obviously I'm older now, but
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
when I was 19 years old or
Yeah.
20 years old. You know, I was like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what made me laugh.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's not I'm not drinking driving, but you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
The other thing is people, when they're writing, you should be doing the mature thing and all that. It's not like he put under his bio motivational speaker.
Nah, that's the other thing,
You know what I
bro.
mean? If he was that, oh man, I'd be disappointed. No man is driving, drinking, correct. Nah, he's a comedian, so
Yeah.
of course well, what did you expect? Like it's crazy. Like you're gonna go talk to you're talking like it's some Muslim coming to talk to a Christian about
Yeah.
Jesus Christ and all that kind of stuff. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not for them.
That's why I
You
hate
know
the
what you're gonna
word
get with him,
influencer.
hey?
You know,
Yeah.
because I'm not here to influence
That's
you
it, man.
to do this or do that or do that. You know,
Bro, that's facts, eh?
100%.
I mean, and good on you. I mean, look, man, looked like it was a nice day to have a corona as well, man. If I didn't have work tomorrow, would it be that? Could have been me.
Well,
It could have been us, boys. You know?
Bro, yeah, Sonny Jim's like, yeah, he's unmatched, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
oh, you guys are right there when it comes to dark humor. I forgot about those guys. Those guys different.
Yeah.
yeah, Skrilla
Dark
and
humor, dark humor.
Man, that's as real as it gets, man. Like when it gets dark.
Yeah, and I like the thing that's relatable. Like when I look at their videos, I'm like, man, I'm sure that's West. You know, I know their spots
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, bro.
They're
And they-
recording
yeah,
that.
and they
I'm
rip- they rip hard,
that's-
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm sure that's Spam Farm. They're bottom of Glen Dean.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
playing in
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know this. I know these places.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and it's just, it's really like not dry, but the like there's that trick when he talks about, you know, pardon, when he talks about his foreskin and that, that one, and I remember watching it and I was laughing. I went, these guys that made a video about.
Yeah, they just
Yeah,
but nobody's talking about it.
Yeah,
Nobody else is doing
exactly.
it.
There's no
It's
market
fun, yeah.
for that, but. You know, I guarantee we all watched it, but no one liked it because you don't want to be the like.
You don't be that guy.
So there, I
be their
guarantee
list.
there's 500,000 likes, but there's a lot of men like,
Yeah.
oh, if I like this, it's gonna show up on my Facebook page. And so he liked the skit about
you know-
about buttles, man.
It's like ever since the Karens came out, eh?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a-
like,
It's just so hard to let yourself go and just be, you know, be yourself kind of thing.
Yeah.
that's it.
Without
bro.
worrying somebody
The
going,
backlash is gonna come back.
Yeah. So it's kind of good to have Dre Skrilla and
Sonny Jones, man.
because
like,
they seem like they don't really care.
nah,
Yeah.
another
Hey.
one is Lupac.
Yeah,
Bro,
Lupac,
Lupac is
bro.
like he's on his way up, bro, and he does some out of it crap
Yeah.
too, man. Like, and he's West Auckland as well, I think. Is he?
Sure.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah.
yo. Yeah, bro, that's another dude.
LOU _ pack.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro, this
and
guy-
he's also doing a good thing this month, I think. For
Yeah, he's doing
Oh yes,
November, yeah.
He's the one. Yeah, he does collabs with
Sonny
Sonny
Jim as well. Yeah, he's in the same circle with these guys, bro. So.
The one that made me crack up was the one when so Sonny Jim's on that phone call, and I think his missus is breaking up with him.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah. It's like,
and I was like, still I've been that guy before, you know. What I mean?
he's like, I'll fight anyone. I'll fight anyone. And then I'm going, bro, I know. And you're like this, like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
bro, that's a crack.
he's good, man.
Yeah,
he's good. Yeah.
there's this other skit that he's got where he's like types of boyfriends, and
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
and he's like, I'm the collector, and he's like, that's mine, that's mine, yeah, that's mine. You're not getting any of this shit. I'm gonna kill myself. Even then, like that's dark. When you do,
And the one when you ask for details, hey. So was he? How good was he?
how big was he? I don't want to know. Like, what are you telling me?
Yeah, nah. He's
Bro,
man,
this guy's on waves, bro.
man. The
Straight
cool
on.
thing, man, New Zealand humor's crazy. Yeah, we already have a dark kind of humor anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's-
mean?
I love seeing people do it well. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, you do that thing, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
you,
man.
bro. And I'll be there for it all, man.
Oh, hard, man. No,
Well, like not even being biased, like I rate New Zealand humor like up there with the
Top,
Americans,
bro.
man.
like, because I don't like. I can honestly say I can't recall, or I can't really like name a lot of the Australian kind of humor that I would follow. Like,
Yeah.
there's no content creators over there that I would purposely say, oh, I really like.
Following these guys.
Yeah,
eh?
following all
they
their
got the
their
more like,
content.
yeah, they got the antics guys over there, right? Like Jackson O'Doherty. Yeah. Bro, massive fan of this guy, Shooter Williams, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like big fan of Shooter. He's got mad dark humor, bro. Like, yeah, bro. He's on.
So is he Australian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Frenchie's another dude who does comedy pretty well, but yeah, it's only a handful, bro. Like same exactly what you're saying, bro. It's only a handful of dudes that can do it well.
I see like a lot of Australian ones. There's those guys like there's a lot. I'm not saying like us New Zealand, but they do a lot of prank.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Us New Zealanders,
Big
man.
baby, but that's out of my control. I can't fucking help that. And yet I do the time for it. I was grounded for the first 16 years of my life. And then Dad makes me get a fucking job so I can pay for Mum's renovations, as he called it. Dad was off me as well. And he said that childbirth was like watching his man cave burn down. All his fucking sports memorabilia gone. And he's just standing there, helpless. And then Mum, you know, she won't even look at me. But you know, that fucked me up as well. Do you know what my name was? At birth, on all the fucking paperwork and all the documents and shit, Wrecking Ball. Mum called me fucking Wrecking A sense of humour, that's for sure. I've still got the tart.
So good, man.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro. He's the man. Yeah, but that style though, that style of pranks and that was like Jackson or Daughtry.
Nah.
Oh yeah, he's another dude who's
We didn't really have that kind of culture here, eh? Like
the prank
you know,
stuff.
you know why? Because I don't think we can take pranks really well.
Nah,
It's
yeah.
cool. Those are this. Oh, what you say? You know, there's
Bro.
There's definitely going to be some fuswangas. Like if you go, you know, I see those people in America when they go do those pranks in supermarkets.
Yeah.
And that. I
Nah, I
guarantee
don't
you do
think
that to
we're-
an islander, man.
Nah.
You're getting
Massive
checked out.
cutback, yeah.
You're getting checked out of the supermarket.
100%.
There's a few NZ dudes that do pranks, but they just do it to each other.
Yeah. See, I don't mind that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the ones with, like doing
Yeah,
it
they're
to
going
public
out to
and that,
randoms
that's
in
like,
there,
you know,
then.
You seen the Nelk Boys?
Oh no.
There's that guy that walks up to people in supermarkets and goes, huh?
Oh yeah.
People's ears, yeah. You do that here,
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
you're going to get a mouthful,
Yeah.
man.
Straight up.
Mouthful of teeth.
And where else there? Yeah, there's people like Whistle and Zach. There's
Zach Gilby?
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
Zach Gilby,
dudes,
yeah.
they're the guys who prank each other.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I think that's like the only kinds of people that we know that are doing that kind of lane.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big thing here, eh?
Nah, no way.
Do you think it'll catch on? That's kind of like, I guess the more we're exposed to it, the more we can kind of see the humor in it.
Yeah.
Like if someone came, like done it to me now, and I'll be, oh, you got me, bro.
Yeah.
My first reaction is, oh, you're this can.
Yo,
You got me, I see you in the car park.
you got me on the camera, but I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, like this. Oh, God, send a text. Oh, just wait for this guy outside, you know.
I guess you'd probably only do it over the shore.
Yeah. Oh no, you might get sued. So you might get sued.
Oh, see, these ones I don't, you know, they're mad, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're walking off the G-string.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who would. I think it's brave man to actually do that in New Zealand.
I think we saw Terrell and Joey D. They went down to Dunedin, which was pretty good. They went down to
Yes, yeah.
I think it was Dunedin or Christchurch or whatever.
No, it was Dunedin.
There was Dunedin.
Yeah.
Eh? They went to all the uni students over there. They dressed up as like noise control,
Yeah.
shutting down houses and something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
That's
good crowd to
pretty
go
mean,
down
man.
to. Like,
Yeah.
And that's it.
You're not
Yeah,
going to get a
it's
hiding
super
from
crowd.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, especially like that's a student, like students just party hard. out.
Yeah.
And you probably don't have a noise controller because they make their living off that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, eh?
I think that whole street that they done there was flipping all party goers.
Yo, man.
Like everyone was having a party.
I've noticed on Facebook there's like those staged pranks.
Yeah.
They look staged.
There's a few of them,
I
man.
reckon
Yeah,
you
I
can
think
tell
some of
those
Some
ones
of them
the
are
way.
iffy, eh?
Yeah.
Real obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few out there, some fakers out there.
Imagine it would be so mean if they try to pull that noise control when you know how 660 always go back to the
Yeah, back to the house.
to the flat and have this. Imagine trying to pull that prank on
All
that
them
on
there,
that 9
eh?
and they got away with it. Pretty sure they'll probably get hunted down.
All right, wrap these guys up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Like I
crazy.
see some mean eat-ass ones on TikTok, man, that are like, they over-push it. You know,
Yeah.
like their pranks and stuff.
Yeah.
Or even their skits. It's
You
like,
can tell it's staged, eh?
yeah.
Is that do you kind of like feel like it's kind of cringy? Yeah.
It
Like,
is,
Yeah, it
bro.
is, man.
If it's
It
not
is.
authentic, bro, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel authentic. It's just
Yeah.
same with the ones where they like you know helping the poor and that. Like, oh,
yeah. So what's
Yeah.
your view on that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Like you know when they're recording
oh,
and they're doing the
Yeah.
yeah,
like I
man.
feel sorry. I feel sorry for the person that you're actually giving that
exactly,
thing
Yeah.
to. You know.
exactly.
Oh,
There's bro,
Yeah,
even the
using
ones,
him for...
Yeah,
for
for a bit of
views,
clout
and
or,
that,
you
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
And the ones where they dressed them all up,
Yeah.
and then they just dropped them back to the street, man. It's just like,
What's
just
the
give them
point,
the
eh?
money, just
Yeah,
give
yeah,
them the
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's like, you know, and there's just like give them a haircut and all that jazz. It's like
I was
ooh,
just in the area and I just saw you and I just, felt like I needed to give you $500. Wait, pull the camera.
Yeah.
man.
Fuck off, man.
Bro, that's terrible, eh? I hate that, eh? It's like, too many
It's
dudes out
cringe,
there.
bro.
Yo,
Have you had any like because we are strange requests from people like do you want to come to my 21st or? Because I remember you were telling us the last time you came like you were getting people asking you like do you mind coming to this? Or,
Yeah,
are you-
yeah.
oh, so you're up here. Do you reckon you can come in?
yeah. Oh, every time that I'm on Wellies, man, there's this dude, and he's like, "Gee, you should come down and have some cones." He comes to have a session. I'm like, "Bro, I'm at work. Gee, like I gotta drive 2 hours back home. Gee, like I can't like blaze up right now." And he's like, "Oh, next time you're around here, come through. You just crash the night at mine. Gee. I got some mean ass seafood chowder." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." Bro, but that's like one of the things that, bro, people like. Another thing is I don't make it easy because I make people assume that I smoke weed a lot and that, but like that's like not even the case, bro. Like I think, you know, but like a lot of people assume that like I'm like hard out in the ganja and stuff like that, but nah.
Man, but I mean, didn't he bowl you over with the seafood chowder offer? I mean,
Oh, bro, I was like that. I was like,
that sounds like a deal closer.
Red eyes and gout. Sounds like a deadly combo right there. Eh? Yeah, man. But
I
yeah,
hate that, man.
yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing that I got people that say like come have a drink up and that.
Yeah.
But the weirdest one, yeah. But the thing is, the guy hits me up every time I
Oh,
tell
nice.
him.
Oh, yeah.
100.
He's like,
Yeah, yeah.
up to you guys, you should come over. I was like, oh man. All right.
Yeah. Maybe one time, mate, just go and just try the seafood chowder. And
And then
I'll
he's
just
laced it up.
I'll just take the gout, but I'll leave the red eyes here.
Then I'm driving back. I'm like, what is in the seafood chowder, man? I was like, hey, I bet you good here.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh man.
So what's the end game, man? Like, what do you think is? How far can this go? Like, as
How
for
far can you take this?
Yeah. How do you feel? How far do you feel you can take this?
How far can you take this game? How far can you go?
Exactly.
Because, bro, there's gonna be like, do you feel like the well's gonna dry up at some point where you're just like, because we've seen it before, bro. These names, the legends have already come and gone. Like, Din Din, and like they've had their time. Like, it's a new wave, a new class of like comedians right now.
Yeah.
And we've seen them come and go. Din Din and Mommy Jokes and all of these guys. Like all these guys. Do you feel like that's a thing for you? Like the well's gonna run dry? Like at what point, or like?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah,
So while you're in it, make the most of it.
Yeah.
You know.
But I mean, like transition, like you could transition into.
So where do you
else.
like?
I would
in
hope
terms of-
to.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of want to. Kind of get more into acting and stuff like that, and that's
Getting
what
that
I kind of
lane,
want to portray in my videos as well.
Yeah,
It's
the quality of acting in
yeah,
there.
the quality of acting. So just by chance, someone goes,
You
and this
suit
guy
like,
suits a role that I was, blah blah blah. And so yeah, so hopefully it just pushes in that direction.
Bro,
Commercials,
that'll be mean.
something
Yeah,
like that.
commercials and that. Even like a feature like on like a Taika film
Yeah.
or something like that would be mean.
Nice.
Man, even an extra in one of his, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's the kind of direction I want to head in before the world
Yeah,
dries
before the
up.
time runs out,
Yeah.
man. Because I feel like that, bro. Like, I like it's gonna be a while before we finish up, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and saying that, like, bro, yeah, you just want to tap into it before it does, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Even if the well does run dry, I feel like you two especially, like, you guys are passionate about what
Yeah,
what you
that's the
guys
thing.
do.
That's why.
So I
that's
reckon,
gonna last for a
I
while.
feel like if the well does run dry, you're gonna find a way to put some more water in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because like we've had like a lot of legends come and go, but you got you still got legends in the game like Terrell, Johnny's been in here, Jimmy's still running it. Like it's like there's still people that are still in the game, like running this running the marathon right to the end. So I mean, in saying that,
Maybe just ride the next wave.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because that term, the term that you're using, the water running dry is kind of like it's unfair to you because he's the thing about you guys is that you keep reinventing. Like you said, you don't stay on a character too long. Because you're always evolving. I see the thing about you guys is like your skits are only going to get longer.
Yeah.
Remember how you said you're going to transition into
Yeah.
into longer forms, like getting into those
Longer
web
forms,
series. and that?
trying to get in there.
That's what's to me. That's what's
I
going to
mean,
happen
like
next.
you'll always have your OG crowd.
Yeah.
That will
Gotta be
always
rolling
love
with-
your
yeah,
content. But like how we were saying with the youth that are coming up now and they're starting their own trends and stuff like that, you kind of want to take notice of that and kind of adapt with it as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Otherwise, you just become a Kodak and you get left behind.
Yeah, no, that's true. Something that I like can resonate with that is Jimmy Jackson. Like he can see that like TikTok is running, and he moves with the wave, and he's hanging out with like people like that's popping right now. Uncle Tix, Uncle Jack, like and he's not just like doing the same thing. He's like just continually like growing in that. So I mean that's somebody that we can use as a good example. Do you feel like you should have done this ages ago?
Yep.
What point did you feel like that? Like when you like even just how do you feel like in that sense?
Bro, like when I started, being recognized, I was like, bro, I should have done this when I was 17. And I regret it.
Yeah.
Not.
There's a lot of
like I
factors
said,
that are behind it as well. Bro, same, bro. Like, I feel like I should have started this maybe a couple of years back.
Straight out of school or something.
Oh, yeah, not even straight out of school. Like maybe just a few years ago. If I had a bit more head start on the race. I mean, we're at where we're at, which is something that I can appreciate is the fact that I'm grateful that I got it at this time. I would have been a fucking asshole if I was any younger and I had a following like this, bro.
Yeah,
I would have been.
It could have been different.
Would have been way different. I'm like got a good head on my shoulders at this point. Like,
that's true,
bro. And I'm just like, yeah, my marriage would have went sideways. I'm pissed. You don't know at that point. But looking back at who I was back then, like, I'm just like, wow, it's sort of a blessing in disguise that you've got it at this point. True, and you're like for me, I guess when you're financially stable, and you're comfortable and with your family and stuff like that, and you've got a routine going. So I just feel like maybe it's a good time for us to be at this level.
That's when you say that because it's kind of like your life lessons or your life skills. Because if you kind of introduce it to kind of this kind of popularity early.
It would have been told.
Your younger ego kind of deals with it differently, but because you've gone through working, working a full-time job, and you've got a family and you've got a wife, and like, okay, I'm mature now. I know that this is something that I've been blessed with. I'm going to take advantage of it. But if back then, like 18-year-old, guess that kind of thing. Hanging outside.
Hanging inside that room with Video Easy. There's things over there.
It's outside K Road, just up at Scorpio.
That was this guy. King hitting people on the side of the road. This guy. Nah, but in saying that, man, like I do wish that I would have started a long time ago. But at the same time, I'm happy that it's come now. It's just hard, bro, because they're so young, when you like link up. I'm going like, I'm this guy, and it's like, oh, yo, you just turned 25, and I'm going, holy rag, this guy's way young, man. That's like the wave, bro. Like that age is the hot age right now, like 25, 24, and they got the access to the internet. They've been in the game that long. Yeah, we're just starting up. With the two dudes at the club, the two old bags like trying to be hot.
Late bloomers,
yeah, with the two old bags that are still at the club dancing and like thinking we doing the Dougie G.
Man. Okay, old guys, we've done 3 hours.
Hey, are you serious?
Serious?
Man, that flew.
Far right.
That was fun,
Hard out.
Yeah, hard out. Well, that's what happens when you have great conversation.
Oh, bro, man. That was fun, bro.
So, Riggs, before we go, did you ever catch the bus to school?
Oh, when I went to Asda, so we got the bus to school once, for a whole year, 1 whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the number on your bus? Do you remember?
305.
305.
Yeah.
We kind of always ask our guests, what bus they catch.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, we're on the 135 over here.
135.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
true.
So that's the bus that goes from the downtown terminal back to Ranui.
Yeah.
That's the one that we catch or we hide on.
Yeah.
So we paid to go to Newland and just hide in the back to get to the
Just one stage.
Yeah.
4 stages later.
But you pretend like you're walking.
Yeah.
And then you went
And you
to
sit-
and then you sit in the chair, just ducking it, yo.
Till the guy comes on and he's starting checking the tickets.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just like,
That's happened to me before, man. I got off at I think New Zealand with some of the boys too.
bro, my uncle was he was a bus driver.
Oh, okay.
You know, and he was like, bro, if that guy comes on and you see him, get the hell off the bus. He used to give me free rides. Eh? And you see him, get the hell off the bus. Eh? I was like, oh yeah, all good. Oh, right.
So you guys got your filming tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
link up tomorrow and run that.
Yeah.
And then, what else I got? I'm gonna get up to Terrell about 9 at night. Gonna do another skit. X-rated.
Bro, do you mind if I come watch that?
You can come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll just
Yeah.
come for a peep.
yeah, no, like I'll.
Because what am I meeting, me?
Men's will probably be at the same place we are, but like if you want to stick around for the day,
Yeah,
yeah, then we'll just make a whole day of it then.
yo,
Yo, nah, that's all good still. Because I think Busky was coming around too, bro. So
nice.
massive content creation orgies going on over here. And yeah, bro. Yeah, I got something in the works, but that was the main reason that I came here. For Auckland, Friday, Saturday. This is off airy. You know, we're trying to shoot a pilot for a TV show, and hopefully it gets greenlit if we pitch it right.
Nice.
So
Awesome,
fingers crossed,
man.
Yeah,
That's
That is
awesome.
bad, man.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we go for funding February. So hopefully we hit the big screen on like next year maybe. Yeah.
Let's go.
Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's the latest of my works, man. That's what we got in the works so far. So, and then
that's bad.
yeah, I'll link up again, bro. I'll be keen as to jump on the game, man. That was
Oh,
such
man.
a
Yeah,
solid,
man.
Please.
Honest.
Please.
solid ass convos, bro. Like, yeah, good banter, man. I enjoy like just kicking off the boys there and just like being able to talk in there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I go back to my little corner and just talk to myself. But
Nah,
yeah,
man, it's been great having you on here, bro.
appreciate it, guys, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, also.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'd say let's go, but I'm a bit too old to say that, so I'll leave it to the under.
It's,
Under
let's
25.
go.
Oh, so yeah.
Let's go,
Is they gonna catch on or what?
Oh, have a look at the stats and see if it's a win
Let's get
or
that
throw it in the
feedback.
bin. So,
Because I was gonna text you, let it go after.
Oh.
Because it was.
getting a lot of messages, people saying hook yourself. So,
the other one is let's go.
I think
That
that's
might
me
catch
tonight.
on.
Let's go, cuz. Oh wait, what?
Thanks, Us.
Oh.